You basically peer through it, and you see a car that's basically filled with a bunch of like effectively the train equivalent of love seats, that appear to have room for two people. That just all appear to be facing the back of the train, as if basically pointed towards the observation deck in order to look out of it. There doesn't appear to be anything super of note in this car. However, do please roll me spot hidden as you look through the door.
Sure, let me see what my spot hidden is. My spot hidden. I had to move it because it wasn't working correctly. What the fuck is my spot hidden? Well, I guess it's exactly what it says because I don't think I changed it, but I thought I changed it. But oh well. Oh, I did change it. There it is. I did change it. 16 out of 40.
Alrighty, hard success. So as you basically are looking around, you see the car I'm currently like pinging.
Yeah.
This one. Okay. So as you kind of are looking around, you notice that underneath that car there appears to be a small pouch.
Okay. Edward is going to he kind of like leans his head down to look at the pouch, and he's going to like I guess get on his hands and knees to go and pick it up from under the seat.
Are we gonna?
Alrighty.
Are we still gonna put that to a vote, or did you grab it?
Wait, Skid, how many HP are you at? I think you're
I
at
don't
10.
like that. I'm
No.
at 10.
No, no,
Okay.
no, no, no.
I'm just editing your HP for later. Oh my god, you guys are paranoid. Anyway,
Well, it was called Call of Cthulhu.
true enough.
And the last
So-
time I tried to have a pleasant conversation, I almost died.
Yeah, it's because you told an entity to go screw itself. Anyways, so you kind of like pick up the pouch and nothing happens. By the way, I should mention that this train, though the map is lit, it's actually fairly dark. Darker than the last train, which was lit by candlelight. This one appears to basically just be lit with like a faint, almost fluorescent glow. And when I mean faint, I mean like you can see the silhouettes and like, outlines of objects. However, making out details is a bit tricky.
Okay. Can Bud just start using the flashlight?
Yeah, so you do like you spend like 10 seconds basically like looking around the cabin, and you see pretty much the same thing that Edward did. And as you illuminate the pouch, you notice that it's basically like it's a leather pouch that appears to be filled with something.
Mm-hmm.
Edward's going to like shake it the tiniest bit to try and discern what's inside of it, like what
Okay.
material the thing's made out of.
So as you kind of shake it, you hear kind of like something rustling around in there, but there's not like clinging or like jangling or anything, like it's coins.
Okay.
It sounds like there's something like softer in there.
Okay. Edward is going to do his usual thing of survey the surroundings, find any hiding spots before he opens it.
It looks like the only like hiding spots are going to be like basically you could probably duck under the seats, but that's probably your only bet in this specific car.
Edward's not going to open it just yet. He's going to look to the other two and he goes, "So, vote on opening up this small little thing here."
By the way, for scale, this is about the size of like a dice pouch.
Cool.
Okay. So Bud goes, well, it's been a while, and whoever's in charge probably knows we're here or not, so fuck it.
Bucky, what do you think?
Pretty dark. If we wait till we find somewhere more light, I can put it in my bag till then.
Bud has a flashlight.
That's true. Although we don't know how much battery it has.
Technically,
Well,
you do.
Yeah.
How much is it? Can we guesstimate?
Yeah, I mean, I literally have a tracker for you guys. 580 seconds, which is a little bit under 6 minutes or 10 minutes, a little bit under 10 minutes. And then you have 5 minutes of extra battery that you got from trading away the rest of your cigar, bud.
Got it.
And since you turned on the flashlight, Edward is going to put the pouch under the flashlight light and open the pouch. I feel like we're being too paranoid over this tiny pouch.
Skid, please roll me a sanity save.
Told you.
Oh. Okay.
I thought
Current
we made a set of
sanity
rules here,
is
Skid.
68. Cool. Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind.
80.
Uh-oh.
80.
Alrighty. Thankfully for you, this one doesn't do very much sanity damage.
I mean, is what's in there an injury or death?
No! What is it? There's not an injury or a death. So
Okay.
you take 2 sanity damage, and as you open it up, you basically
Ow.
like look in, and you immediately kind of like flinch back. In there, you see 3 ripped out human eyeballs.
Okay, Edward closes the bag, puts it back under the bench, and he's like, "All right, let's keep going."
Let me guess. Didn't like it?
Eyeballs.
Told you shouldn't have opened it.
Would you like to see the eyeballs, Bucky?
You already have one floating by your head. No thanks.
That's what I thought.
Eyeballs.
Ugh.
Alrighty. Would you all like? Are you all going to proceed?
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do it.
I gotta change my sanity on this thing because I'm now at 66.
Whoops.
Nice.
You know what? That works.
Does it?
There. Actually, I should probably
Huh?
like. Hold on. Shut up. There you go. And then like there. Okay.
I liked how there was like a collective like pause.
I don't want to hear it. Okay.
The silence is deafening for that pause.
So there's just 3 rooms inside this place.
Yes. Well,
Edward's going to walk
hide
past
it.
every single one of them.
Everybody's going to walk past every single one of them. Okay.
Same.
Okay.
He's not like being stealthy about it. He's more just like he's not like fast walking either, so he's not like making like a ton of noise, but he's not making like a low enough amount of noise to consider being stealthy. So you can definitely still hear him, but he's actively being slightly quieter.
Walking to the first door alone, do we hear like any kind of like noises coming from the other side?
You kind of like put your ear to the door and you don't hear anything in particular. Like you don't hear any of the scratching or like screaming or anything. It's a room. It sounds like a room. The door is a normal temperature. There's nothing weird about the door. It's unlocked.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Can I discreetly open the door?
Yes. Please roll me sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. All right. Let me roll my D100.
I forgot sleight of hand actually exists. That's insane.
16.
God damn. What's your skill? Actually, I have your character sheet. Hold up. Give me a second. I can actually look myself. Sleight of hand. They're alphabetized. My God, it's a fucking default 10, right? So technically you fail, however that's low enough, and there's nothing in this room. So you basically, it makes a little bit of like a creaking noise, but nothing that bad. As you basically open it up, you peer inside and you see what appears to be 2 beds that appear to be nicely made with linen sheets, a small like dresser, if you see like this thing here, as well as a cabinet that appears to be filled with like empty alcohol bottles.
Okay. Let's see. How are the linen sheets? Like, are they long? Are they?
So the sheets themselves consist of basically like a thin, like I wouldn't say comforter, but like a thin, like actual sheet. And then there's like the comforter that's like over the mattress.
Okay.
They also each have like 1 pillow and what appears to be like a wrapped up, like a bundled up extra pillowcase.
Okay, cool. So what Bud's going to do is that he is going to remove the bed sheets, use his knife to cut it into like decent sized increments, and then tie a very firm knot in between it, so that way he could have makeshift rope.
Okay. You can probably get around 20 feet of rope that way.
Okay, cool. Is it
I'll let you make 20 feet of rope.
Okay. Is there a chance I could roll for more, or is that just the default?
Yes, I'll let you roll dexterity to see if you can make more. So just roll against your dexterity score.
Alright, yeah, my dex isn't really that good.
It might as well try, though. If you fail the roll, I'm not going to penalize you any. So I'll just let you roll to see if you can get any extra.
I rolled a 40 on the dot.
An exact success. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d6 and you'll get that many extra feet.
Okay.
4. You get 4 extra feet, so you get 24 feet of rope.
All right, 24 feet of rope
that you can coil up.
Mm-hmm. There's a certain joke I want to make, but I'm not going to. And then from there, Bud goes, Bucky. So Bucky.
What?
So here, after I get like 3 knots done, I go to the third. So after I get like on the third knot, I go. All right, you see this right here?
Yeah.
All right, We're basically. I'm basically going to teach Bucky how to do a knot.
Alrighty.
A secure knot.
Bucky, please roll your intelligence for how quickly against your intelligence to see how quickly you can pick this up.
Okay, let's see. What's my base? I can look at that. That's an 80. I think I've got a pretty good chance of this. D100. Press the little button.
83.
Shit.
You fail. So, as you basically are kind of looking, you've tied your fair share of knots. However, the one Bud is doing is, like, fairly complicated. It's not exactly a square knot. Okay, this is going to be hard to describe. There's actually a specific kind of knot that sailors will do to, like, tie ropes down. Yes. Those.
Yeah, I've been taught how to tie a bowline so many times. I cannot get it right.
And so basically, Bucky, as you're kind of like, you kind of do it and you get close, but it kind of turns into just a regular square knot. And even though Bud, you're doing a pretty good job of teaching Bucky in general. Bucky, for some reason, you're just like, you feel like you're really close to getting it, but you're just not quite there.
Close enough?
We're getting you there. And then from there, what Bud does is that he basically plants like his hand on his shoulder and gives like an affirmative little shake. We'll get you there. So you need to know how to hog tie your victims for the future.
What makes you okay? I'm very good at making webs, like to trip people, but this doesn't make sense.
We'll get you there soon. Who knows? So it might be being followed by the law. You need to know how to do a proper abduction.
Edward turns around from where he's standing and goes, "Excuse me, what?"
And it goes, and then you can investigate that. Investigate that crime. Anyways, let's go.
Okay.
But Edward kind of like leads down to Bud's level and he goes, Are you a little dirty crime boy?
To Bud's level or Bucky's level?
Bucky's level.
Okay.
And he like leans down and he goes, Are you a dirty little crime boy?
Yeah.
Edward looks so disappointed. He stands back up.
And then from there, Bud does he wipes away like a fake tear, going, "My little crime lord."
Oh.
You do realize I had to get food somehow, right?
There's a difference between acceptable crime and unacceptable crime.
Uh-huh.
Acceptable crime is stealing food when you're hungry. Unacceptable crime is murder.
What about theft of wages, a la taxes?
Edward looks at you a little bit funny and he goes, I refuse to answer that question.
And then from there, Bud just gives a smirk directly at Bucky. Like a very smarmy smirk. Alrighty.
How would you guys
Jinx
wish
joke,
to
you owe me a poke.
Huh?
What was it? Pinch poke, you owe me a coke. It's like when you say the same thing at the same thing. Or say the same thing at the same time.
How would you gremlins wish to proceed?
Let's see. Bud's gonna mark this door with his lipstick. And
Alrighty.
using the spare foot of rope, or the spare 4 feet of rope, can you cut that in half by 2 feet and then use it to knot these doors closed?
Yes, you can do that.
And Bud's going to do that for the remainder of the car until everyone's ready to move on.
Alrighty.
Let's not take unnecessary risks.
And he kind of goes, well, we don't want another crazy guy jumping out of his car now, do we?
Yes, that wouldn't be very nice.
The first car was easy. The second car was harder. So I'm guessing this one's gonna be not fun.
Mm-hmm.
No touchy.
No touchy? Or touchy?
No touchy.
No touchy-feely. Got it. No touchy-feely, lemon squeezy.
What?
Buzz is just making awkward rhymes to himself. Let's move on.
I don't like the whispering. The whispering's not fun.
You guys do actually hear, by the way, like soft, incomprehensible whispering. Not like, the stuff you were hearing, Bucky, where it sounded like, your loved ones telling you to come down the train line. But you do hear like soft, like, it sounds like wind outside the train. However, if you listen hard enough, especially when it's quiet, you can almost think it sounds like voices.
Mm-hmm.
It's unsettling, but it's not like, what you heard.
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh, spooky. Alrighty,
Spooky,
so
scary skeletons.
you walk into this car,
Gnosticism.
Edward, and you kind of look around and you see 3 more doors.
Do we hear
Walk past them.
do the whispering intensify?
Not exactly. It doesn't intensify per se. But you do notice as you go from car to car, the wind starts to sound, I guess, more like whispers
Mm-hmm.
and less like wind. By the way, once again, you don't hear anything horrible or smell anything horrible coming from behind these doors.
Okay, cool.
Alright,
Yeah, there's 2 rooms that we didn't check out in the last car, and then there's all 3 of the rooms in this
so,
car.
Alun, I'm gonna have Bud open each door. However, but for each door, he's gonna keep a firm grip on it, and if there is danger on the other side, he's gonna immediately close that door and then bar it again.
Yeah, the doors. Oh, for these ones, yeah. Okay, so that's gonna mark that they're gonna be roped shut. So you open the first.
Yeah.
For these 2 here. Okay, so you open the first one, and let me just do regular reveal. You open the first door, and inside here, you kind of see you look in and you see a similar thing, except don't trust the mat. The mat's wrong. Unlike the past beds, there are actually no sheets or pillows on these ones.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically just like a mattress on
Got
some
it.
wooden frames.
Okay.
And they're not even wooden frames, actually. They're like, like the metal frames that you'll see in like old-timey hospitals?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like exactly like that. And as you look in, instead of seeing a dresser and more domestic settings, you see what appears to be like, a very clinical looking like metal table and a small chest where someone could probably keep their clothing. Please also roll me spot hidden as you peer into the room.
Alrighty, I'll definitely roll that right now. Yike.
Okay, so as you kind of look in, you do take like a cursory glance under the beds, like, kind of like leaning down a little bit, but you don't see anything in particular.
Got it. So, with that information, Bud just goes, oh, moving on. He closes the door.
Alrighty, and you nod at shut, which is what's symbolized by the pink.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so as you open this next door,
Mm-hmm.
you look in the room, and in this room, the beds appear to have mattresses made of straw, such as, like, in medieval times, people would sleep on, like, beds of straw.
Right.
They basically have mattresses like that, and there appears to be, like, that kind of canvas sack-like material as small sheets that land on top of it. There aren't exactly, like, pillows, however, there's, like, sacks full of the same kind of straw that would serve as pillows.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that the dresser in here appears to be hand-carved, and there is no chest, even though the map shows there is one.
Okay. And there's no signs of danger?
No.
Okay.
Anything interesting?
Roll me spot hidden if you'd like to look.
Alrighty.
I'm just
Either one of you can.
asking.
I'll have Bud do that.
Alrighty.
$24.
Okay, so as you're kind of looking around, you see kind of sticking out of one of the oh god, one of the pillows of straw, specifically this one over here.
Mm-hmm.
You see what appear to be like a couple of white dove, or not even dove, like white swan feathers that seem entirely out of place. It's a small detail, however, it is kind of the only super weird thing you notice.
Okay. Don't exactly know what to do with that, so do with that just yet. Does this look similar to the other feathers that of the other sus creatures?
No, nothing you've seen so far down here has had feathers per se,
Uh-huh.
though you do know the conductor has white fur.
Right. So this isn't the exact same thing. Okay.
Skid, what was that violin noise?
Don't worry about it.
My future death saw music, I guess. Um, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take a check. I'll take a chance and take a crack at that chest. Maybe there's something useful in it.
Alrighty, so the chest would be this one
Okay.
or this one. Which one?
The first one.
The first one. Okay, I'll move you there. All right. So you basically, it doesn't have any sort of lock on it. So you open up the top, and inside
Mm-hmm.
you see what appear to be like bathrobes. That are made of, I wouldn't say like, a great material, but they'd be comfortable enough.
Mm-hmm.
They're fairly soft. They have like some fleece around the sleeves. You basically find like 3 bathrobes that are neatly folded inside of the chest.
Alrighty. I'll add that to the rope.
Alrighty. These are robes, so I'm gonna roll a d4.
I check the pockets to see if there is any tickets, like blank tickets.
You don't find any blank tickets, however, as you're searching the pockets, you
Mhm.
do find a ordinary, like, from Earth, $5 bill in one of them. Just a $5 bill. And feeling the material, it's not counterfeit. It's a $5 bill. It's just chilling there.
Interesting.
You're able to make 3 feet of rope from the bathrobes.
Hell yeah. Alrighty.
So you now have technically 23 feet of rope.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Let's see. Alrighty, and then I'll check the other chest.
The other chest. Okay. Please move your token there, because this one I do need the random table, and I need to pull it up.
Okay. That's in the next room, right?
Yeah, middle room.
Yes,
Alrighty.
the middle room. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Please roll me. So you see, as you're kind of opening this, Will, please roll me a d10.
Sure. Five.
5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so as you look you basically open up this chest.
Mm-hmm.
You basically find what appears to be like basically like a scrap of leather and embroidered in it is what appears to be the symbol of the Orthodox Church.
Okay. Let's see. Is there like a religion roll for this?
I can check. I'm not actually sure. I do have a skill
There is.
list though. I think there is. I don't think everyone is very proficient in it though.
In what?
Religion.
Religion?
I
Is
don't
there a
see
religion
one.
skill? I don't
No,
see
there's
one.
not.
I'm just gonna have you roll me against history, Will.
Yeah.
Alright,
I'm gonna call it history.
Alright, cool. Oh, I forgot to include the D for it.
Up. Yes,
would
roll me an
be
100.
It doesn't
That's not
help.
much better.
I don't know
It's
shit
not a
about.
critical fail, but
Yeah.
basically, as you look at it, you can recognize it. It's from one of the sects of the Orthodox Church. Which one? Fuck if you know, but it's certainly one of them.
All right, fair enough. Is it like covered in blood? Is there
It's not covered in blood. It's a bit like the edges of the leather square are a bit frayed.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that some of the embroidered stitches have fallen out, as if it was, I wouldn't say like well loved, but was taken around by someone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't show any signs of being purposely destroyed or involved in any sort of violence. There's no blood on it, but it does seem like it's worn.
Okay. So alrighty. I guess I'll take that with me
Okay. So you
because I
basically
don't know if
look
it's
at
gonna be
it and you
important or
kind of
not.
just shove it in. You fold it up and shove it in your pocket. Not like, like aggressively, but
Mm-hmm.
you have it with you.
Alrighty. And is that the only thing else I find?
Yep. The other than that, like the little like crate is pretty empty.
Got it. And then from there, Bud's just gonna just look in the next room.
Alrighty, you have looked in this one. And that's where you found the swan feathers.
Okay. The third room I meant.
Yeah, that's this one.
Oh, okay.
So you've looked at all the rooms in this car now.
Okay, since I know that they're clear, I'm just gonna get back the rope I used.
Alrighty.
So
So
I'm at 27 feet.
27 feet. Yep.
Alrighty. And then from there, I am going to just cut my losses and then just walk ahead. And I guess I'll catch everybody else.
Alrighty. So the rest of you basically walk into here, and you don't see or hear or smell anything amiss. It's another car, very similar to the last one in shape. The floors on this one actually the wood floors look a little bit more worn on this car than the last, though not by much. Overall, nothing here appears sus, however, you do feel like the whispering, I guess, get a little bit more like whispers and a little less like wind.
Hmm.
It's getting sussy baka here.
Yeah, Edward is going to once again. He does not want to fuck with these rooms. He learned his lesson last time, so he's just gonna walk across the entire car.
Alrighty. Tam, would you like to investigate any of the rooms?
Pick the third one.
The third one. Alrighty.
Uh-oh. You
I'm
sounded
just
excited.
I'm just saying that just to confirm your choice. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. You're too suspicious of everything I say. I know it's Call of Cthulhu, but come on.
Cthulhu.
So, Tam, how are you opening the door? Are you opening it like quietly? Are you just like kicking down this motherfucker? What are you doing?
Like as quietly and little as I can.
Sleight of hand.
Ah, God damn it!
You have a 70. Shut up.
Still, I don't like.
Hard success. Okay. So as you kind of like slowly and very carefully and timidly open this door, you look inside and you see what appears to be, okay, I need to check actually which type of room this one is. Okay. So you know how in like sci-fi there's like the little the pod beds? I guess is the best way to describe it.
Pog bed?
Time period.
Pod.
I know.
P-O-D.
I know. I'm just being a gremlin.
Different
Yeah, okay.
time periods.
Yeah, like it's from the future. There's like these weird like white not plastic, though, that hasn't exactly, that's not a huge thing or thing at all yet. I believe it is a thing, but it's not like a commonly used thing. There's like these plastic like pod shaped beds that inside are basically like lined with like cushions and have like thick sheets and one pillow in each of them. The floor in here is actually made out of what appears to be some marble-like material, instead of the wood of the rest of the cars. And you notice, like, here, there's a, like, there's basically a fucking fridge just chilling there. Like a modern day fridge.
Oh,
Mini fridge.
Edward pokes his head in to this room and he goes, "Well, this looks foreign."
This is weird.
Let's
Hold on,
close this door.
Let me post a picture of what I mean that these things look like. I'm putting this in Miss Comedia. These are what the beds look like.
Oh, I was
Oh,
imagining like an egg.
No.
I was not imagining that. But Edward looks at it. Edward, he nods again. He goes, yeah, foreign.
What's that thing? And I'm referencing the fridge.
Yeah, it's like a white, mini fridge. That's making kind of like a soft electronic hum.
Do any of us know what that is? If it's
No.
modern?
No, it's a fucking fridge. None of you know what a modern day fridge is.
Okay, just making sure.
They had fridges in the 1920s though.
Yes, however, they had ice boxes, I believe.
Hold on, let's see what year the fridge was invented.
What year were electric fridges?
Oh yeah, it's just like a modern.
When did electric refrigerators come out? 1913.
1913.
Okay, so you have seen it. You guys kind of like.
It's just
can
a smaller version of
identify
it.
that it's a fridge, but all of you are kind of thinking like, why is it so small? Why does it look like that? It's so like sleek. What is that? So you recognize it as a fridge, but it still feels really weird to you.
Edward looks at the fridge and he goes, "That, I think, is a refrigerator."
A what?
It's a refrigerator.
If you repeat the same word twice, that does not mean I
Bucky, how
understand
old
it.
were you when you ran away from your parents? Did they not have a refrigerator?
No, we were poor. I was like 8 or 9.
Alright, a refrigerator is something that keeps food cold, but that's not usually what they look like. They're also not usually that small.
Small.
Yes, it's
Small.
by standards of what you've seen, Edward, this is a weird fucking refrigerator.
This whole room is weird. Edward is he's like looking at this entire room weirdly and he goes, "This room is strange. I don't like it."
Bud opens the refrigerator.
But okay, please do your token, Will.
Okay.
This is the refrigerator.
Okay.
Just teleport to the next car.
Whee! Okay, so you basically walk in, you kind of go like, wow, that's a weird fucking refrigerator. You open it up, and inside, Will, please roll me a D5.
A D5. Okay.
You're making us roll impossible shapes alone.
I got a 2.
You got a 2.
I got
Okay.
a 2.
So, as you open the refrigerator,
Mm-hmm.
inside you see a bunch of racks of bronze spoons.
Bronze spoons.
Just like, and not just spoons. One shelf on this little refrigerator has a bunch of spoons. The next shelf has a bunch of forks, and the third one has a bunch of sporks.
So what in the hell are these?
I thought you were going to give us knives.
I mean, this makes it easier probably to scoop someone's eyeball out. Bud confusingly picks up a spork.
Alrighty, I'm putting that in roleplay. Alrighty, so you find that in the mini fridge. There's no food or drink in here, despite it being a refrigerator. As you kind of touch it, the metal's cold. This is cold. It's a working refrigerator. You take out a spork and you kind of look at it. It's a spork. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's a spork.
Mm-hmm. It's a spoon and a fork at the same time.
I have to look something up. Hold on.
That seems wildly inefficient.
I mean, like, if you're eating,
they look like this, except they're bronze.
Guys, the spork was invented in 1874.
Okay,
We
you
know what
guys
a
have
spork
seen.
is.
Hell?
You guys know what sporks are.
Yes, according to Google, they were created on the exact date they were patented, February 3rd, 1874. We all know what
Cool.
sporks are.
You know what sporks are.
I had you go in there, didn't I?
Hmm?
I had you go in there, didn't I?
Going where?
Not knowing what a spork was.
I didn't know what a sport. What? Huh?
Moving on. So there's no food.
No, there's racks of silverware
In a fridge.
in a fridge.
Racks of silverware of spoons, sporks, and what was the other thing?
Forks.
Forks. There's
Forks.
forks, spoons, and sporks.
And they're all bronze.
And they're all bronze.
No knives because you're mean.
No, because I rolled on a randomizer table and no knives were involved.
I'm gonna take a fork.
A fork. Okay, so you take out a fork,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a fork. I don't know what else to tell you. It's a fork.
I have no idea what you say I will have of this yet, but it will come in handy at some point. Anyways,
Okay, you take a fork.
Yep, and I close the refrigerator.
You close the refrigerator.
Actually, can I just put like my water in there and like cool it off?
Yeah, you put your water in there, and you kind of remind yourself, after we finish this car, I gotta come back for that.
Alrighty. Alright, that's what Bud does.
Alrighty, would you guys like to do it? Would Bucky or Edward like to do anything?
Do not trust the other doors, so I refuse to open them.
Yeah.
One bad
Yes.
experience is one bad experience enough.
Almost seems like it's from different time periods.
Edward looks at you funny and he goes, "No, clearly this is just foreign work, honestly."
The first one looks like it's from now. This one is weird. I'm trying to not be like a 16-year-old's level of intelligence here, and it's really hard.
I'm trying really hard to make Edward not sound racist. By saying it's from like a specific type of
Country.
people. But yeah, because Edward, he can't be racist. He is the minority.
Okay, so you found this one.
This
What would you
looks
like
like
to
this
do
was
now?
made by the newfangled Europeans.
You know what? It's 1920s. I can be racist. Edward kind of goes, "That looks like it was made by someone Asian. Have you seen how great their trains are?"
Mm-hmm. I think the term is, and then I say like the no term. Ah.
Ah, yes, the no-no term.
I don't even know what the no term is.
I don't know what the no term is.
I know
Uh,
what the
really wanna
no-no
know.
term is.
Can I say it, Loon?
None of us are Asian.
Probably
so
not.
Probably
Okay.
not.
I'm sure you two can look it up if you're that curious.
I'm not curious enough to know what a slur is. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Cool enough. Good enough. So, Bud says what in character you guys would probably recognize as a, slur against Asian people. But of course,
Uh-huh.
since it's the 1920s, people say slurs.
Yep.
No comment.
Alrighty. What would you guys like to do now?
Let's move on.
We're not even
Alright.
gonna the other two rooms. We're just gonna leave them alone.
No.
Alright.
No touchy.
Wait,
Balloon, how many
there's two more
cars
rooms?
are in
Two
the
other
second
rooms.
train?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a door
there's-
here and there's a door here.
I'll check the first one.
Okay. How would you like to open the door?
Same as before. I open it. If there's danger, I immediately close it.
Alrighty, so you open up the door, and as you look inside this one, you see that instead of beds, there appears to be like two giant beanbag chairs.
Ooh.
Like long boy beanbags. And there's kind of like a
from Yoga
low.
Bo?
I'll pull up what I mean.
Have you never seen a yoga-bo before? Have you ever been? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't think I do.
Oh my god, is this an East Coast thing? Look up fucking yoga-bo. They're like really long, like bean bags. They make beanbag shit.
They're these. These are what I'm talking about.
What are these? Yeah,
Hmm.
from fucking yoga-bo.
No, this is from Walmart. But yes, those. It's long and it's chunky, and I actually have one. So you basically see two giant beanbags where the bed should be, and there's like a small, like, low table in between the two that appears to have a drawer that you can pull out. That would be like right here.
How many cars were in the second train?
Six. I can look at the map right now and tell you, actually. I think it was 8. It's 8.
Okay.
What's up?
We were talking about train cars, and beanbags. So basically, Will, you look in and see 2 beanbags, like long beanbags, and a low table in between with a pull-outable drawer.
Ooh. I pulled out the drawer.
Alrighty, please roll me a d25.
A D25? Okay.
Oh?
I'm just purposely using all the different number options on this random generator for random trinkets.
I got 12.
A 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So as you open this up, you see what appears to be a human femur.
Oh god.
Ooh.
And in it is carved like an intricate like vine-like pattern that basically like wraps around it.
Oh, is this like the femur flutes?
Yeah, except instead of a flute, it just has like art carvings on it.
Oh. Hmm. A memento.
There, I'll put that in there. Let me like I guess get a picture and put it in media of what this pattern would look like.
Mhm.
It's basically like a non-colored instead of colors, it's like the deepness of the carving. It looks kind of like this wrapped around it.
Okay. Hmm. Am I able to identify what culture it is?
Let me check what skill I think I even have you roll for that. Um,
History?
yes, I'm just gonna see if there's anything that would make more sense. Um, actually, Will, I'm gonna have you roll me archaeology.
Ooh, okay.
That's a thing? Oh yeah, that is a thing.
It is a
39.
thing. 39. Unfortunately, that is not low enough. However, you get a feeling that this was probably done in the style of some sort of like native culture. Though from where in the world, you don't know.
Got it.
Mm.
Okay, and there's one other thing to look here, right?
Yep.
I look there.
Alrighty. Let me reveal it. Okay. So, as you kind of open this door, as you open it, please roll me against your willpower.
Shit.
Alrighty.
This is why I said no touchy.
All of the other ones have been benign. What are you talking about? You don't even know if this is something bad yet. You're just making assumptions.
A
We
92.
are because they're. Oh.
That is a fail. Okay, so
Uh,
as you kind of
let's see.
walk into this room, Will,
Uh-huh.
you kind of get hit with this really strange feeling. You know liminal spaces.
Right.
Okay, so as you open this door and you kind of like open the door, you kind of look and you basically see as if this room is a hallway with hospital beds lining either side that just goes on forever. And the
Mhm.
minute you
Liminal space
see it,
energy.
you just kind of like shiver because this shouldn't be here. You're in an enclosed train car. This shouldn't be going on for as far as it does. And you kind of like it sends just a really uneasy feeling of your down your spine. So you close the door.
Got it. And then from there I go, I think I've looked around and found some decent enough supplies. Let's keep moving.
What was in that room?
You close the door.
So yeah, he closed the door. I wasn't really paying attention.
No, Edward's asking, Bud, what was in the room?
Bud goes, I wasn't paying attention.
That's a
Uh-huh.
lie.
Let's keep moving then.
Alrighty. Oh, I will now reveal this next one. Give me a second. I need to switch to the reveal tool. I also am going to need to switch the music.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's not necessarily a bad thing!
Everything's a bad thing!
You guys are so unbelievably paranoid.
We
Just
are
realized.
playing Call of Cthulhu.
I just
Okay.
realized I had the music muted this whole time. Let me fix that.
Alrighty. Let me find the music that I need.
What's the deal with Cthulhu?
Oh, I don't know. I cannot find it. I'll change it in a second. You guys may look around all you want. While I'm, looking around. Within reason, if you walk into a certain place, I will have to tell you to stop so that I can definitely change the music.
I don't mind just waiting.
Alrighty.
That means I can actually go to the bathroom, because I've been holding it in. Again.
Sounds good.
I'll be right back.
Found it. Yahoo! I found the funny. I found it. Yay!
I guess we're taking our impromptu, 5-minute break, I guess?
I found it. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for Skid to come back.
Alrighty.
That's weird.
What?
Let's turn this. Oh, nope. Don't like.
Everybody gangsta till the train be speaking Latin.
True! this will be thematic once you actually get into the part where you see why this is playing. But as of right now, it doesn't make sense.
It's perfectly fine. And so
I'm playing Latin for a reason.
it's perfectly fine. It doesn't bug me none because what was it? Yeah, it doesn't bother me none.
I just love everyone gangsta till the train starts speaking Latin.
Yes.
I'm quoting that.
I'm back.
Welcome.
The train speaking Latin.
It's what?
I changed the music. Okay, so as you kind of enter this
Wrong
room,
person.
you hear. Oh wait, not Skid. Will.
Mhm.
Whoops. Brain autopiloted because Skid came back. So as you guys kind of walk into this train car, you start the wind that kind of sounded like whispers now really sounds like whispers. It's still incomprehensible, but it feels weird. And the minute you enter this train car, there's just something unsettling about it. Like something in here isn't quite right. You know that feeling when something is off? It's that. However, as you're looking around, you can't exactly pinpoint what or why. It's just carnally unsettling. There's no reason to it, as far as you can tell.
Ooh. Spooky.
I vote skip.
Skip.
Is this like a mental plane of existence, or this is like the vibe we get?
This is like the vibe you get. It's not
Ooh.
that there's anything necessarily wrong, however, the minute you enter, you just get this general sense of uneasiness.
Ooh.
Almost as if something is here. However, you cannot see it.
The Latin intensifies.
If all of you would like to please roll me spot hidden, I would
Yes,
appreciate
please.
that.
I would love to do that.
Let me check.
That's a
8
Just
out of
plain
40.
plain old success.
That's a 91.
Regular success for the for the thing.
I got 61 out of 70.
61 out of 70. You have a regular success. However, he's gonna
8 out of
supersede
40.
you because of an ability. Okay,
What?
Skid, you're the only one who sees this.
I don't like.
So basically, as you enter, the rest of you kind of are looking around just out of habit because something about this place isn't quite right. But Edward, as you basically look around, you see the silhouette of what almost looks like the shadows of what looks like a bunch of a weird winged creature basically span across the ceiling for a fraction of a second before it disappears.
No, thank you.
Great. Edward is just gonna go back to the last car. Says nothing, speed walks to the last car, stands in the hallway, leaves. Pretty much. He just goes, no. Nope.
Hey,
Okay,
what's
so
going
you
on?
walk out. You basically just see Ed look, go, just 180 and just walk backwards.
Oh, nope. Just like if you're like, nope.
Just like a, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Edward literally just says, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Pretty
Fuck
much.
this
This
shit, I'm
out.
out.
No thanks. I'll just take my stuff and leave. I don't know the rest of the
Excuse
song.
me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah, that. Edward just does that.
I go, am I able to tell what direction that he was looking in before he shat his pants?
Yes, he looked like to be looking down the hallway of the train car. So, in this general direction, around this area.
Okay, I'll start gazing in that general direction then.
Please roll me spot hidden again.
Alrighty.
Success because of an ability becomes a hard success, by the way, which is what you have to beat.
Shit.
I don't say shit.
What did you roll?
99.
99?
Oh shit, critical fail. Okay, so as you basically kind of peer around Bucky to look down the hallway,
Yeah.
you kind of look and you squint and you see a spider and you assume that that's what Edward saw. A spider slowly descend down from the ceiling and you go, "Oh, that's probably what he saw."
Yeah, and then from there I just do like a shrug, I mean, it did take me a while to get over my fear of to get me over my fear of horses. So, anyways, I just go, all right, Bucky, it's all clear. Let's go.
No, wait.
Wait, what?
Wait.
What?
Let's go get Edward.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Elun, can I ask you to clarify what Edward saw
Okay.
for me? Or
So-
put it down somewhere?
You basically looked at the top of the subway car and saw the shadows of a creature with a bunch of bird wings. A humanoid creature with a bunch of bird wings.
Great, a biblically accurate angel person. Awesome.
Basically, and then it just vanished as soon as it came.
Yeah, you see Edward kind of just standing there, kind of just I'm not sure what the expression on his face is, but it's unease but smiling. So bad. But he's still,
He said that the very worried oh great smile, that smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
You okay?
Nope.
That was blunt.
No, I'm not. Let's see here. I do not want to go down that hallway.
You okay?
That question has already been asked me. My answer is still no. I don't want to go down the hallway.
Okay. Was it the spider? Because I saw a spider.
What?
I saw a
No.
spider. Was that
No.
you got a fear of spiders? I mean, it's
No.
okay if you do.
No,
I do.
that's... It wasn't a spider. I don't care about spiders.
Mm-hmm.
I have shoes. I would just take it off and crush it.
It ruined
That's
the
what
fancy.
they're for.
So even your fancy shoes?
Edward looks down at his shoes and looks back up at Buddy and goes, "These were hand-me-downs.
Okay.
I did not care about these shoes." Anyway, what I saw, and he's going to describe what he saw because I don't feel like doing it.
Okay, so basically, Edward tells you that he saw a person with, like, let me
Wings.
actually read how many there are, because I
Okay.
have a description of this, or a vague, I don't have a description of its, okay, let's see, that's not it. Here it is. Okay, so you basically see, you saw a humanoid figure with 6 pairs of wings. Bird wings. That's what a shadow of a figure with 6 sets of bird wings that flashed on the ceiling for a second and then just kind of faded away.
Would Bud be familiar with this with his high intelligence?
You mean education?
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have probably taken a course on, like, you know, religion in school, or at least Catholicism, because it's fucking, you know.
Yeah.
1920s.
1920s.
It's the 1920s, yeah. So you would know that this probably sounds like the description, not exactly a description, because normally they would have rings and eyes, but it kind of rings a bell that it kind of sounds like, you know, like the interpretation of a biblically accurate angel, somewhat.
Mhm.
Angel, somewhat, but the form is wrong. It shouldn't be humanoid.
Mhm. Yeah, they shouldn't. They should be like eyes surrounded by rings of some sort. So
Yeah.
I go, oh, so that's what you saw.
Yes. And I would rather not mess with any of that.
I would
They're good.
suggest visiting a sanatorium, but of everything we've kind of
What?
experienced so far, I don't think this is outside the norm.
I think we all need to visit a sanatorium after this. However, that would leave me in a lot of debt, so I don't think I will. I don't need it.
So yeah, fair enough.
Because my job won't pay for it. And I don't feel like paying for it either. Also, those places are hell houses. Do you know what kind of people go in there? People who have no sanity left. Zero, zilch, none.
That probably
have
have
some.
orphanage.
You're not going to an orphanage after this.
Going back to the streets, what I'm doing. But yeah,
No, you are
Angels?
not. You are not going back to the streets after this. What are you
And
talking about?
then from there, Bud just goes, all right, so, all right, we just we have to keep moving forward because we can't really head back to the same past cars.
I mean, you need to get your water.
Yeah, you need to go get your water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
So-
do you go and get your water?
Yeah, I go back and get my water.
Alright, so you take like 2-3 minutes to go and get your water. It's cold.
The
Fastest
Latin,
fridge ever.
the Latin intensifies as I drink the water.
So you take the water and you have like a come to Jesus moment as it's the best water you've ever tasted.
Yeah, considering everything he's been through recently, I kind of think it'd be pretty cool and all. And then from there, he just goes, wish it was beer. And then from there, so he goes like, all right, come to Jesus moment. Because as soon as you said I started drinking the water, the music got the Latin intensified.
I know.
Anyways, I just basically grab it and then I just basically go, and I close the refrigerator door. Not like slamming it, but more like a very like thing. And he goes, I gotta get one of those for home.
Edward looks at you. You don't have a fridge?
Hmm?
You don't have a refrigerator?
So I'm currently saving up for one. New apartment.
Hmm. Edward actually thinks for a moment. He goes, "It didn't come with one."
No.
Where do you live again?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense. I thought all of us were from,
Yes. However, Bud was
No.
only in the Bay Area because of a, booze run.
Yeah, a booze run.
Oh. He came all the way from Chicago to California for a booze run.
Do you understand how prohibition works?
I do, but that's very far.
If he was from a street gang in Chicago, and which was a huge thing, and they wanted to make money and more money, they would send goons out to actually sell liquor throughout the entire United States. It's not that unreasonable, actually.
I'm just surprised that they would send only Bud.
They
No.
probably sent other people from the gang too. It's just he was staying alone,
Yeah.
as to not be suspicious.
Yeah, I also had and the also thing too is like he probably also had to secure a couple of deals at a couple of speakeasies or something like that.
Yeah.
He's not really like a high member of these gangs. He's just a member, like an end/messenger, making sure stuff it gets shipped where they're
He's the
supposed to be.
messenger to get shot.
Yeah, that's another way to look at it too.
Alrighty. So, what would you all like to do now?
I enjoy my nice cold water.
Alright, you enjoy your nice cold water.
So, all right, lads. What do you think? What do you want to do?
Angels are supposed to be good. Why? Talking to Edward. Why are you scared?
Okay. What thing have we met that has been actively nice to us? In here.
The people in the station? The first one?
Mm-hmm. And who else? Your silence is deafening.
Layla? After... At the end?
Two. So that's people who aren't from here, and also one other person who's not from here. So you are saying that we should actively trust a thing that might be from this place?
I don't know.
Look, I'm just saying that here in this hellhole, I don't think we should be trustful of anything. Even if they are supposed to be good, quote unquote.
Well, we kind of have to go through the car, so...
Then we can go, but I'm not going first. Edward is basically saying it without saying it, but he's kind of a little bit of an atheist.
I mean, Bucky never really got a chance to do religion. It's just that it's the 1920s, and he grew up in the Midwest.
Oh, for
Yeah.
so, and then from there, Bud just rolls his eyes. All right, fine, let's go.
Alrighty.
I don't know much about Edward's family other than they're immigrants from Ireland.
Which means they're not Catholic.
Which means they're not
Nope.
Catholic.
Alrighty, so you all kind of go schnooming along. Well, continue moving your token real quick.
Yeah, go. Yeah, I will. I mean, at this point, like he has like such dog shit perception rolls. At this point, like he's just like, you know what? Like you'll just lead on. Why not? He won't see it. Yeah, we stay right behind him, and he still won't fucking see it.
Up. Okay, move back to here
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
as you round the corner.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm currently using the funny reveal tool. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's fun, boy.
It's not a fucking boy. Okay.
Oh.
It's a femme man. Thank you.
As you turn the corner, you see a hunched-over, deformed figure that resembles a teenage girl. She sports 4 angelic wings, 2 from where her ears should be, and 2 from the middle of her back. A glowing halo, made seemingly of stars, slowly circles her head, and she snaps to look at you with closed eyes. She wears a white button-down and a ragged black shawl, and her voice seems to echo in your heads as she speaks. Do you seek freedom, people of the other world?
Yes.
What?
Yes, I do, madam.
So she kind of turns to Edward as he asks, "From what?" From this place.
Oh, then yes.
There was supposed to be another question mark. Okay, 2 is fine. You see her kind of tilt her head. Then you must pass my trial. If you succeed, she opens her wings and gestures with her arms. Then you earn the rights to proceed further towards his domain. If you do not, you see her, I wouldn't even say gaze, but you see the way she just kind of, like, looks in your general direction get more intense. Then you will get to 3.
Hmm.
There's already 3 of us.
She does not clarify anything. She just waits for you to respond with yes or no.
Bucky's gonna do a possibly stupid and go up to, like, not closer, but, like, you know. So he's not trying to peek around a corner.
Yeah.
Be like, who are you?
You see her kind of, like, tilt her head. By the way, she has not opened her eyes this entire time. This is important.
Okay.
Base.
Oh. Me. Just another one who fell victim to this place.
As we
Yeah,
are,
have an
so
axe.
as we are as well.
Yes. Except unlike you, I will never be free.
We don't have the wings.
You see her kind of, like, look at you. Like, you see as she kind of just, like, tilts her head very slowly downwards. That I see.
Bucky,
Yes?
you're being rude.
Am I?
Yes.
Am I? He's, like, pondering this question.
He doesn't say anything. But you can feel, even with her eyes closed, that her gaze is, like, boring into you currently.
Edward has that from 2 different angles then, with Layla and this girl. Great. Edward, who is now used to the piercing gaze of someone staring at him with disappointment, he will go, "What is your trial?"
It's simple. You will go through an experience and answer a simple question.
Uh-oh.
Your answer will determine your fate.
Uh-oh.
And if we answer incorrectly?
You see her basically slowly take a hand, put it to one side of her neck, and drag it across.
Ah, I see.
I don't. Yeah. And what's this experience trial thing?
That you will see when you get there. It's different for everyone.
Oh no. Guys,
Yes. Yes.
you're the adult.
Before we take on this trial, can we ask what your name is, if you have one?
You see her kind of like tilt her head. Silentium. Latin intensifies.
Yes, it does.
Oh shit, caps lock's on! Hold up! Why is caps lock still on?
Lamau, you have it locked.
Caps lock is no longer on. Hey. I turned it off like 3 times. Okay.
Alright. Silentium. My name is Edward. Oh, and he gestures to the eye and he goes, "This is Layla."
The warden. So you did already make it past her.
We did.
Impressive.
She's quite a nice girl once you get to know her.
Unfortunately, many do not.
Yeah.
Is your trial the only way that we can get past this point?
Technically not. Violence is an answer, though I do not advise it.
And we will not take it. We are not really the violent type, the three of us.
He might be. Pointing to Bud.
He goes, only if you're cornered. Anyways, Bud just goes, looks at Bucky, and he's gonna go. Bucky and Edward, and then he's gonna go.
Mhm.
This seems to be our best bet. Either we keep searching in circles until we all hope that this is a bad dream we can wake up from. I don't know about you, but I'm prepared. I'm prepared to try to make this dream lucid.
Let's take some control back.
Exactly. And to be honest, I don't really feel like spending the rest of my time for whatever I am always running. He turns to the angel int, and the angel it ain't, and then he's gonna go, I accept.
He
I
looks
accept
to
as
the-
well.
Alrighty. Bucky?
He's gonna, like, do a little sigh and be like, okay. Let's do this.
You see her eyes snap open as her form starts
Oh,
to twist
God.
and your vision start to blur. More pairs of wings, totaling to 6, snap out of her back, and eyes seem to start opening upon all of her limbs. You all make eye contact with her as your vision completely fades to black.
Eye contact with what? Which pair of eyes are we making contact with? All of
them.
Okay.
You hear only 2 words thrum in your head before reality fades away. Good luck. I need to change the music.
Ooh, baby.
No.
Come to Jesus.
Come to Jesus.
I have
Come
a
to
feeling
Jesus.
this question's now gonna come into play, and I don't like it.
I don't know what the question is. I'm scared.
You guys are.
I'm scared.
Alone.
Let me just add. Let me also just add the image you sent me, Alune.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me post the image I sent Will to be the image for today's recording. I might as well post it now. What? Hold up. Wait, no. Wait, skip. What is this? Okay. Oh, thank you. Congrats. Alright, I'm putting this in this.
Oh boy. Cool. What is this from?
Oh, God.
It's pixel art I found online.
Oh, base. I feel like that's from something.
You all wake up, laying on soft, wet leaves in a misty forest. It's fairly dark, however, a soft pink glow illuminates enough for you to make out the immediate surroundings. You can all see a path in front of you that seems to lead on endlessly, with massive trees and underbrush lining its sides. What would you all like to do?
Are we
Edward?
together or separate?
Yes, you're together.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Edward's going to stand up and survey the surroundings, like check out kind of like the lay of the land. Could he mayhaps try and tell where this place is, like based on the foliage and the type of trees and such?
Yes, you may.
Like-
Please roll me, I believe it's called Natural World.
Let's see.
I think it might just be called Nature. I have the time. Yeah, it's called Natural World. Please roll me Natural World, Skid.
Okay. Fine. Dice channel. I don't have anything to my natural world. I think it's just 10. So 19. Damn, almost there.
Let me put this in Misc Media. Here you go. You do recognize that these appear to be trees that would be native to more mountainous areas.
Okay.
However, you do not actually know where you are.
All right. Since Edward is from the East Coast and has moved to the West Coast, could he tell which is it closer to? Like, does
Actually,
he
this is
recognize
a
it
better
from
image.
either place?
This is the old image I had. Let me put the new one in this media. No, it doesn't appear to be worldly.
Ah, so we're in the Midwest. Awesome.
There's a better image of where you are.
No one laughed at my joke. Okay. All right. Edward, who has stood up, is going to look at Bucky, who's sitting on the ground, and he's going to offer
Yep.
a hand to help him up. Come on. Let's go.
As long as we're together.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take Edward's hand and stand up and not let go.
Edward
Alrighty.
stares at their intertwined hands, and he's not the most touchy-feely person, but he's suddenly fine with it.
You guys
Mhm.
probably can't see anything on this map. That's intentional. You guys, it's just a placeholder.
Oh, black square.
Yep. This is the
Zooming
placeholder
in.
because there is no map.
I can see where my
You can see where
how far?
Edward is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because this is used for something else, but I'm using it as a placeholder for now.
Okay, cool. So I don't need to be on the maps right now.
Here, this should be here. Here.
Edward, who is holding Bucky's hand, turns to look at Bud. Are you coming? Or are you just gonna sit there?
I'm coming.
All right, let's go. Edward is gonna continue to hold Bucky's hand, and he's going to start to walk down the path, kind of like enjoying the nature,
The scenery, if you will.
the scenery. But yeah, I didn't write whether or not Edward likes nature or whether he dislikes nature, so I assume he's like neutral towards it. So he's just like enjoying the walk, breathing in the
He's
fresh
having a good
air.
stroll.
He's having a good stroll with the child. Nature walks aren't something he's used to, being a city boy, but you know,
Alrighty.
he's enjoying it.
As you continue down this path, the mist seems to get thicker and thicker. Its soft, ambient presence almost weighs down your shoulders. You continue walking, walking, and walking. Edward, you feel as if suddenly you're gripping onto nothing. Same with you, Bucky.
Uh-oh.
And the forest begins to fade. The leaves beneath all your feet begin to change. The crunching of plants is replaced with the clacking of shoes upon hardened floors. The soft light is replaced with a blinding fluorescent, and that is when you all realize that you are no longer together. Everyone, pick a number between 1 and 100. Whoever is closest gets to go first.
69.
Roll time.
All right, Skid chooses 69.
I'm getting
I have to.
87 apparently.
You have 87. Let me actually roll a randomized number for you guys. Because... $96. Will, the number was 94. You are going to be going first.
You know,
Oh boy.
whenever I have to roll percentages in any other fucking tabletop game, I roll really dog shit. Yet,
My bad luck with the dice spot is actually in my favor for once.
and every time I play COC, I roll consistently in the 80s and 90s. It's just, life is cruel, man.
This game.
Anyways,
Alrighty, let me take off the nice forest ambience.
It almost like it knows that you need a lower number.
yeah, it knows.
Alrighty. Bud. You wake up, you come to, sitting on a cool, damp floor. Your eyes don't focus quite right, and looking at your hands, you quickly realize that this body is not quite your own. In front of you on the floor lies a thick book with pages filled with big, sparse text, its cover stained a deep pomegranate red. Your gaze lazily scans its contents, however it's in a language that you can't quite grasp. It seems like English, but at the same time it's not. The words spill out on the page and don't quite make sense. Their sounds coalescing in your head but bouncing around like foreign hymns.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the sounds of an opening door, and a man walks in with a slightly dirtied white lab coat. He smiles and sits next to you, putting down 3 cards with 3 different letters. A, B, and C. I hope your reading went well. I'm going to ask you a few questions about what you read, and give you 3 potential answers. Pick the correct one by pointing to the letters, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty, so you see the man kind of give you a nod.
Mm-hmm.
In the story, while picking out her outfit, what color did Mary say was her favorite? A for green, B for blue, or C for white?
Bud grabs A.
You see him kind of, like, look, and you see the man basically, or I guess hear, you don't see the man, you hear the man kind of click his tongue. That's not quite right. I believe she said it was blue. Oh well, getting one wrong isn't a problem. Second question. Why did Mary need to go to the store? A, to get a loaf of bread for dinner. B, to get medicine for her child. Or C, to buy drinks for the party she was hosting.
B.
Alrighty, you see him kind of, like, look at... So you basically point to the card that says B, and you see him kind of shake his head. Once again, no, she was going to buy dinner. It's okay. Sometimes things slip by, I guess. Next
Damn.
question. During Mary's walk home, what strange thing did she see? A, a giant blue dog. B, a tree that appeared to be dancing. Or C, a frog singing Christmas carols.
A tree to be dancing.
Do you point at the card or do you just say that?
I point the card.
Okay. You see him kind of like furrow his brows, almost in some form of irritation. You never seem to pay attention, do you? I'm sorry, but you know our policy for getting 3 questions wrong, Francis.
What?
He doesn't seem to respond when you speak, almost looking at you, kind of tilting his head as if expecting a response, but he just shakes his head. He grabs you by the shoulder, and it becomes evidently clear that the body you're in is that of a smaller child, unable to fight back. We'll have to give you another punishment, but just remember that you aren't alone in your journey. We know you'll get better. I'll have you try again tomorrow. He carries you through the door, and you see a medicinal table with a set of wicked restraints. As he puts and holds you down, you jerk awake, back in the forest. As you come to, you hear the sound of a whispered voice of a child on the breeze. 1, 2. Don't get to 3. If you do, just don't breathe. Breathe. Let's see, who is... Alright. Who was the second closest of the 2 of you? That would be Skid. Oh no, that would be you, Tam.
Damn it.
Alrighty. Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up, a throbbing pain in your limbs, and your head. At first you feel your body doesn't want to move, and as your vision clears you find yourself being peered over by a collection of men in different lab coats. Taking further stock of your situation, you realize you're currently strapped down to a medicinal table. The strap's unyielding and far too tight. The men talk amongst themselves as if you're too stupid to hear. Do you think it'll work this time? Maybe. At the very least, I do hope the little monster will stop fighting as much. Doesn't he realize we're trying to help him? Ugh, the lunatics never do. I've heard ever since this one ended up like this, his mother has been inconsolable. She does nothing but cry and weep, and there's rumors she tried to take her own life. Awful. Truly awful. We have to fix him. What would you like to do?
It's not what I was expecting. Okay. Can I test the restraints on one of my hands?
Yes, so basically, okay, you know, like, straitjackets.
Mm-hmm.
Effectively, you're in one of those with then straps over your body.
Ah, God damn it.
And as you look around the room, you notice, actually, please roll me against your, like, you as Bucky's history score.
History. Oh boy. That's not gonna do anything good. Yeah, no.
I'll give it to you. Close enough. As you kind of look around, you remember a while back, at one point in your life, being threatened with being sent to a mental facility and being shown, like, old, like, filmy black and white pictures. The inside of this room almost looks like it's, like, from an old-style insane asylum, for lack of better terms.
Hmm. Do I know I'm still me, or is it just like I'm looking through the eyes of a different person?
You seem to be in control of like the body you're in. However, just kind of like you see like your hair and it's not the correct color. So though this isn't you, you do recognize that you are in control of whatever person this is. At least right now.
Fuck it. Okay. What's going on?
So as you say that, you basically see the two. They don't seem to like recognize what you're saying, and you just kind of see the two continue talking. Nothing ever seems to help him though. All the methods we tried, they just don't work. Strange, yeah. I mean, they don't often work, but he's been more resistant than most. It's definitely something for sure.
This is wrong. This is not right. Something's not right. I don't know
As-
you guys.
You keep speaking, and they both kind of they don't once again they kind of turn and they kind of note you're awake, but don't really note anything else. He seems to be coming too. Me or you? I mean, I suppose that I'm the head doctor of the place, but since you're an intern, do you want to try? I don't know. Up to you. Like you said, you're in charge.
Do I have any part of my body that I can freely move?
You can in fact move your head.
That is not helpful.
And you're like, you can like move, you can like worm wiggle is the best way to put it. You can worm wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Can I try to bite one of them?
One of them would be close enough, so yes, please roll me your against Bucky's brawl score to bite this person.
That would be a 25, so I need to roll better than a 25.
I'm also gonna give you on my end unknown Call of Cthulhu advantage.
Fun. Fuck.
Good thing I rolled a 20 on my second D10 dice, so that becomes a 22. So you basically like kind of like wiggle to the edge of the bed and bite the guy who calls himself the head scientist clean on the arm, and you see him basically like shake his head. Ah, God. Well, you're definitely awake. You seem kind of nod at the other man who.
Did I draw blood?
Yes, you drew blood.
Fuck yeah, he's gonna die.
He's not gonna die.
Yes, the human bite is one of the most toxic in the world. If you get bitten bad enough to draw blood, either you have to amputate the part of the body or it gets infected practically immediately.
Well, then you did not draw blood.
Damn it!
Alrighty, so you basically see him kind of like shaking his arm, like, you know, and you hear him kind of mutter himself, I'm gonna have to wrap that later. Hey, could you hand me the bottles? You see, like the other assistant guy that he had with him kind of nod, yeah, I'll get them for you in a second. You see him kind of like, no, you see the head scientist basically, or head doctor basically take a couple steps away from you so that he's out of plausible bite range, and he just kind of looks at you with a look somewhat of pity and somewhat of like annoyance. What possessed you to do that?
This is not me. Something's wrong. You
No,
guys
no,
won't
really.
listen.
What, seriously, what possesses you? You can't just look at me like that. Why are you looking at me like that? Looking at me like I've just committed war crimes.
Do you not understand what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
What? You just look confused now, almost. This shouldn't be confusing. You've been here most of your life.
Can I move the body's mouth?
You, as far as you know, your mouth is moving. You are speaking. He's just not hearing you. Or at least it seems like he's not hearing you.
He's gonna come to the realization that nothing he's saying is actually leaving the vocal cords. So he's just gonna, his expression's gonna change to one of, like, surprise and confusion, and then switch to like a little bit of pondering, and then look back at the doctor like, how do I communicate with you?
You see him kind of shake his head. Once again, you just give me those blank-eyed stares. Maybe one
Now-
day you'll talk.
Now he's
One
gonna
day.
look annoyed.
Yeah.
Annoyed
You see-
eyes.
You
Go.
see the other man, basically, the guy come back and basically hand him what appears to be like a bottle of some sort of pills. You can't exactly make out the label from where you're on the table. And you see him kind of look back to you. Are you going to take your medications by yourself this time, or do we have to administer them again?
His eyes are gonna go a little bit wider and look like switch back between looking at the bottle and the doctor and the bottle and the doctor and the bottle and the doctor. Like, what the hell is that?
You're really jumpy today. Strangely so. I feel like that means I'm gonna have to do it for you, don't I?
No.
You see him basically start to slowly walk closer.
Wiggle away, wiggle away.
You are on a table. If you wiggle away, you will wiggle onto the floor.
I don't care.
Okay, so you roll off of the fucking table and smack your head into the floor. You won't take any actual in-game damage because technically this is not Bucky. However, you basically hear like a crack as you hit the floor and you feel a really sharp pain in your left arm.
Ow.
And you see him basically kind of walk over and you see the assistant guy you feel the assistant guy pretty much just like pin you down. And you basically feel your head basically get jerked up. And that's the last thing you see. As your head jerks up, and you're back in the forest. And much like Bud, though you can't hear his whisper, you hear a whisper on the wind. You tell me I'm alive, but something here isn't right. Right? Lastly, Edward.
Stress. Okay.
You wake up in a sully, dirty room. Bodies of other people are packed in beside you on a hard wooden bench, and looking down at your hands, you notice they seemingly aren't yours at all. Soft murmurings of varying cohesiveness assemble around you, and as you huddle up, you hear the sound of door hinges. A man in a white lab coat and thick glasses walks in the room, and he holds a stack of papers in his hands. Francis Lehman? A small part of your mind recognizes this name as your own, or at least the name of whoever you currently are. The man scans this room, and his gaze meets yours. There you are. Right this way, please.
Edward will slowly stand and follow.
Alrighty. So, as you follow him, you follow into effectively like a room with 2 chairs and a like work desk. He sits on one side and puts the papers down, grabs a fountain pen, it kind of nods. Sit if you will.
He will sit.
So, you see him basically start to look through. Let's see here. Today we're just gonna make sure that you 100% understand what we're saying and all that, okay?
Okay.
You see him kind of like tilt his head as if like expecting a response but not getting one. So,
Edward will nod then.
where did you grow up?
Edward will try and say, the Bronx.
I'll repeat that again. Where did you grow up?
Now he's confused. So you see him like, he like tries opening and closing his mouth, like putting his hand
Yeah,
in front of it as if
you- You do open and close your mouth. You can feel your mouth opening, and you can feel your mouth closing.
Alright, he tries making some random noises.
Okay, so you make some random noises, and you see him. You see the doctor basically tilt his head. That is certainly a response.
He puts a finger up, like, hold on a moment.
You
and,
see,
like,
you see the doctor like look at you as if you're absolutely stark raving insane.
really? Okay. Edward, since he apparently can only make noises, will do his best to go, what?
So basically, you don't like say anything per se, or you think you say something. You see him look at you like, "Are you wondering what I'm asking you?"
He like shakes his head. Edward like shakes his head and like does like the gesture with his hands, like no. As he's like he like puts both like he puts his like hand to his mouth as if he's like thinking for a moment, and he hums to himself, like still trying to figure out what the hell's going on with his dummy detective brain.
Alrighty. So
he looks
you kind of-
confused, is what's
you
happening
look,
here.
you look at, so you basically sit there like with one hand on your chin, just thinking very intently, and you see the doctor kind of like slowly blink at you.
You see Edward do the
Alright.
motion of like getting a light bulb having a light bulb moment. And he like scooches his chair a little bit closer to the desk, and he like taps the desk and like points at the paper.
You see him kind of like tilt his head and just sort of nod and basically slide you the piece of paper and the fountain pen.
Great. Edward will attempt to write something.
So as you write, to your eyes, you wrote something completely comprehensible. You try and write the word dog shows up.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
Edward will attempt to write, "My name is Edward. I'm from the Bronx." And he's going to like show it to the man with so much utter conviction that he is correct.
Okay, so you see him kind of like squint his eyes at the paper, which to you, in very neat cursive, says, "I am Edward, I am from the Bronx." But he kind of looks at it, it kind of like narrows his eyes. I don't... Huh?
Edward now looks incredibly upset as he puts the paper down and puts his head in his hands.
Okay, so as you basically do the fucking Shinji on the chair pose, you see the guy kind of, like, blink. Okay, new question. I see this is what your parents meant. Mute, seemingly mentally retarded, and not able to do anything quite worthwhile. You see him
Edward
sigh.
looks up at that one, like, very angrily.
You see him sigh and just kind of start scribbling some notes on, like, one of the other papers that he has, that you see does have some text on it. Well then, okay. Which one of these is a cow? You see the man basically place 3 drawings on the table in front of you. One is obviously a pig, one is a female moose, specifically a female moose, and the other one is of, like, your standard everyday moo-moo dairy cow.
Edward looks up at the guy, kind of with an expression of, "How stupid do you think I am?" And he'll point at the cow.
You see him kind of, like, look and just kind of give a slow nod, but then you hear him mutter to himself, "Alright, rudimentary levels of thought."
Edward frowns deeper.
Out of context, if you did not know, a female moose is called a cow.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with whales.
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Really, I was going to say that was his wife.
No, you motherfucker. Okay.
I mean, technically, he's not wrong. Edward's not wrong.
no, Edward is not wrong. That's
He's
not. He never said you were wrong.
I didn't know that. I didn't know a female moose was called a cow.
Alrighty, you see him kind of tap his pen like on the like table a little bit and just kind of like let out a sigh. Still no improvements. Well, though I hate the method, I think that you were prescribed electroshock therapy, so...
What?
Edward does not look happy with this.
Edward, your current, like, thoughts.
Edward's current thoughts?
Yes.
That doesn't sound great. That sounds like death.
That sounds like death. Okay. So, you see him basically, like, stand up and push in the chair. You'll have to be sedated in the meantime, though, for your own safety, since you can get fairly violent. I'm sorry if that's rude.
Edward kind of like gives a like an apologetic look.
Alrighty, so you see him basically open the drawer of the desk and take out what appears to be like a medicinal syringe from like a small icebox.
Okay, Edward will sink into the chair more, but he's not like, and looks incredibly concerned, but he's not fighting.
Alrighty, so you see him basically like very, very slowly approach you as if you're like some wild animal that at any moment is going to try and like murder him.
I mean, at this point, he kind of is.
Yeah, Edward he sits in the chair and he just stares directly at him. You know that like child stare, like they're staring directly into your soul? That's what he's
Yes.
doing right now.
Okay, so as he's like staring directly into this guy's as you're staring like straight into this guy's soul, you see the man like very slowly like kneel down and like take your arm very gently, and basically like you see him feeling for a vein, or like feeling not for a vein but for a place of lack of veins. It's an
Okay.
injection.
Edward, as the guy's trying to find said veins, he's going to look towards the door that they went through.
It is a door.
It is a door. Is it open or is it closed?
It's closed, but it's not locked.
Cool. Edward is going to stare directly back up at the man
Uh-huh.
and slap the slap the needle out of his hand.
Please roll me Edward's
Look
brawl skill.
Edward's brawl skill. Fuck. I had to reset my computer, so I have to pull back his thing back up. Where is this bitch? It's right there. I made it easier to find. Now I have to restore some stuff. Great.
No one. Skid. I would like to slap the needle out of his hand.
For funny. What is my brawl skill? Let's see. Where is it? Aren't they supposed to be like done in alphabetical order? Where is
yes, but brawl is going to be under fighting skills.
Ah, okay. 25. Let's see how that goes. 85. Uh-oh.
You do not hit the syringe out of his hand. So basically, you go to try and smack the syringe out of his hands, but you kind of misjudge a little bit. Like as he kind of like flinches back, you basically smack the chair incredibly hard.
Ow. Edward
And
looks
you see
back
him-
up at him, kind of like with a little bit of a smug look. Now he's just being a little ass.
So you see him kind of like flinch back, and you see him kind of basically much more roughly now. You see he has found a spot, and as you're looking at it, you see him basically yank your arm forward, take the syringe very carefully, like basically turn his head, like basically press like 2 fingers to pinch your skin, and very quickly injects whatever's in the syringe into your arm.
Ow.
And a couple seconds after, you're like, what would Edward's reaction to this be?
Ow, not great. That doesn't feel good. Edward doesn't have a fear of needles, but he still doesn't like them. So he's just going to stand up out of the chair.
Okay, so you basically yank away, and as you basically go, like, stand up, you start feeling the world get really spinny.
Ow. Edward's kind of like gonna like lean against the table, like very adult, like fanning his face or something.
Alrighty, so as
and,
you
like,
kind of lean back down, you
going-
see the world is starting to like get really fuzzy, and everything just kind of feels kind of tingly and warm.
He's going to look up at the scientist guy and flip him off.
Okay, so you basically, as you go to put your middle finger up, you almost get it there, but you kind of, your vision kind of fades to black, and you just feel like you yourself clunk down.
Ow.
As you wake back up in the misty forest, with your middle finger held up, by the way, you softly hear a voice in the wind. Why do you never scream? Oh, believe me, I did try, but this cursed body can't cry. You all wake up. You are back together, laying in the mist on the path where you all disappeared.
Edward sits up, notices his middle finger still up, puts it down, and he goes, "That was an awful experience. 0 out of 10 would not do it again."
What the fuck is this?
What is that?
It fucking tried to play the Chainsaw Man ending. Alright.
Which one? There's like 10 of them. 12 of them?
I think that was
First one.
Cyberpunk.
It was a Cyberpunk? Oh, so it was Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it was Cyberpunk.
Okay.
So Edward looks to everyone else and he goes, "So did the rest of you happen to become a child who was mute and could not speak or anything? Or just a me thing?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I got tested rigorously.
I got injected. That's all.
I broke my arm.
Oh, I flipped a guy off.
I failed the test.
I had to identify what a cow was.
Oh yeah, female moose.
Oh.
But has a high level of education, he would in fact know that.
I only have a 50 education. I do have a 70 intelligence.
Intelligence is not the same as education.
I have a 50 education.
You might know if that, but that was not your field of study, Skid. We'll put it like
It
that.
was not my field of study. My field of study was psychology, and Edward still doesn't have any bonus in psychology because he did not care about college at all.
Alrighty, so you all are just kind of chilling there talking about this. So I'll just let you roleplay.
So, did any of you like having strange thoughts going through your head before everything faded away?
Yeah, fuck the man who was who just injected me with needle.
Besides that,
No, not really.
hmm. Bucky,
Yes.
did you ever have any strange thoughts while you were in this other body?
But did you?
Yeah,
Like what?
like, can you repeat what was said to me, Alun? The memory.
Memory. I'll just copy paste this and send it to you.
Alrighty.
Let's see. That's exactly what I read at first. And then the second part, after the test, is this. That's long, but like, there you go.
Mm-hmm. The thoughts of the person the body was inhibiting.
Yeah.
Francis. Do any of you remember the name Francis?
That was the name I was called, right, Elin?
Yes, that was the name you were called by.
Edward, kind of goes, yeah. That was the name I was called by during the dream. Sure, let's call it that. The
Okay.
dream.
In the dream, got it. I'm trying to think of this like elaborately, Loon, like how I could about what all this means. Give me a second as I try to come to a conclusion.
I will tell you, all of you were in the body of the same person.
I gathered that. Even though I was never called by a name.
It's pretty obvious by relating your experiences, and just the
Yeah.
fact that you were all a child, that was the same person.
So, did we share all this information with each other?
Yeah.
Alright, someone named Francis who is being regularly tested on, who received electroshock therapy.
And pills.
And pills.
Who is mute.
So
And apparently has a rudimentary understanding of most things.
And Loon, the character was confirmed, or Francis was confirmed mute by the memories, or we perceive it as mute.
You don't know? They never called you mute?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, no, never mind. Skid was called mute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Skid
about to say,
said-
mine
so-
they called him mute.
Alrighty. Yeah. Mute, seemingly mentally retarded, not able to do anything worthwhile, was the exact quote.
Okay.
And he said that was the complaints of, and you also learned that was the complaints from whoever this kid's was parents. You also know from Bucky that this person was in some sort of mental hospital.
Yep.
Do we know the name of the mental hospital? Are we able
That was
to
never mentioned.
guesstimate?
No.
Nope.
Hmm.
And then is there another path ahead of us?
Is there? Yes, the path continues in front of you.
All right. Edward will stand because he hasn't stood yet, and he goes, "Well, we can think about it later. We have to continue onwards."
Right, fair enough.
Alrighty. I have a monologue for this.
I need to re-listen to this recording later just so I can see if I missed anything.
As you walk to the end of the path, you see a small boy sitting huddled in a ball in the center of the clearing. He rocks back and forth as if soothing himself. What would you all like to do?
Okay. Edward is going to make his steps as he's going to do what he does every single time he comes across someone who he thinks needs assistance, and he's going to make his steps very loud, slow, and obvious as he gets closer. So he's going to step on every single twig and leaf he can find to make his so that way he can so that way the child can hear his approach.
Alrighty. You see that the child kind of looks up at you as if looking in your direction, however looking past you at something that is not there.
Okay. Edward is going to get close, but not super close. So putting a good 2 feet in between them. And he's going to kneel down. He's going to go, "Hey, are you doing okay? Do you need anything?"
You see the boy not exactly respond. However, you see him kind of bury his head in his hand in his legs and just kind of shake back and forth.
Right. Is it okay if I touch you?
You don't see exactly any sort of response.
Okay. Edward is going to put he's going to, once again, telegraph his movements very obviously and put a gentle hand on the boy's shoulder.
Alrighty. As you put a hand on the boy's shoulder, you immediately see a shape begin to warp. His hands on his knees turning into cat-like paws, his hair growing shaggier and whitening, and 3 glowing pink tendrils bursting out of his back. The boy
Shit.
silently cries out, and the forest fades away.
Shit.
Blackness is all you see, and you hear the soft voice of the strange winged girl from before. I have just one question. Would you blame someone for seeking vengeance if they abused you like they did that boy?
This is an honest yes or no question. I do have an answer. But it honestly depends on the kind of vengeance, I think. But I do think that, yes, it is appropriate to want vengeance. After all of that, I could see why. It is deserved.
The rest of you?
I'll let Bucky go first. I got something I'm brewing in my head. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. Maybe. If I'm gonna look directly at the conductor. Is he looking at
Conductor
me?
is not there. He's not there. You saw the boy's form start to change, the tendrils come out of his back and him silently scream, and then that's when your vision just blacked out.
Oh. Oh, so I'm in darkness.
Yeah, all of you are in darkness. Complete fucking, pitch black darkness.
Hmm. Okay. We're all in darkness.
It's okay to want vengeance, but not all vengeance is the right kind. If you are abused like that for just not being like everyone else, that sort of vengeance should be the kind where you fix the problem so others don't have to go through what you did. There's no way to tell what's right or wrong in this question because it's for you to decide how much suffering you want to give others because of what you went through. It's both a yes and a no.
Okay. Bud's gonna go. It is a shame that you ever were to feel like you were abandoned by your parents. It is that upon itself is a very grievous circumstance. I can understand and relate to wanting to be upset and lash out, and I can't frankly blame you for feeling that way. What I will say is these people made the worst attempt possible to understand you. They were trying to look at different aspects of you as if you were flawed, as if you were you were not a functioning person. You were different, yes, but that does not mean to put you through the kind of anguish in the name of air quote science. I can understand why you're upset. I can offer my condolences on that matter. As for having justified vengeance, you felt like the world betrayed you. Your parents betrayed you. My parents betrayed me too. Um, Bud kind of like slumps his shoulders. I was an orphan too. Just always doing what I was told. Never really got adopted. Just went into the world. I was angry, and that essentially made me much more of a bitter person. I don't know what I could do to say that I could help you. All I can say is I don't know if I can help you, but what I can say is I hope I can understand you. You're lashing out against the world, and all of us are still that child of a very harsh upbringing. For how little of it's worth, of how little my opinion might matter, I am truly sorry for what has happened to you. I do not think this is the way of how you should do have it as vengeance. What I would prefer is what we could do to help you move forward. Bud starts to tear up and wipe his eyes. Hello?
We're here. I was just letting you finish.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alrighty. You hear a slight smell of silence as you hear the voice ring out once again. Well then, I suppose my verdict is you hear a pause, and we are going to take a 5-minute break.
I hate you. Oh my
Bitch.
god. Okay, how badly do I need to make a new character? I'm concerned because I gave a very different and very short answer compared to the other two.
I mean, Will was also the only one who didn't fight back against the doctors, so
Well,
Edward fought back in a just like, fuck it, why not kind of way. Fuck it, we ball. Anyway, I'm gonna go pee, because when I'm stressed, I have to pee. So I'll be right back.
I don't know, Loon. That was a very long-winded speech. Of the you have a yes and answer.
It
We
was a
both
very
gave
long
yes
yes answer. That doesn't mean it's bad.
we both gave yesence. Now I'm nervous.
So yeah, I guess Bud was an orphan too.
Yeah, you said that. I'm like, hold up.
I've been fine-tuning his lore.
I can see that. Alun, were we able to hear each other?
Yes.
Okay, good.
He sneezes. I just love we're all in like very tense silence, and we'll just choo. Thank you.
You have acquired food.
Yes.
Whew. I was expecting the question you asked me to come into play here, but it didn't, so now I'm even more nervous. And I'm also curious because all three of us gave very different answers. So does that mean only one of us is going to pass? Or all of us?
What did I miss?
Tense silence and then Will sneezing.
Oh.
Yes. And me
Also-
acquiring soup.
Also, either one of us is going to die, two of us are going to die, or all of us are going to die, or none of us are going to die, but I have a feeling at least one of us is going to die. Because we all gave very different answers. Because Edward is still a psychopath, so he kind of just said, yeah, sure. I mean, if it's deserved, then yes.
Alrighty. Skid.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm taking roll!
Oh, yes,
Skid.
I'm here. Oh my god.
Tim.
The terror.
Will.
Hi.
Me. Calls a roll. Skid has a stroke.
Panic ensues.
Let me let the smoke. Shit!
No, this is just suspenseful music. Don't worry.
Come on in, Small.
This is Pokemon.
No, it's
Come
not.
be an emotional support dog, please.
Yeah, this is the Team Rocket theme.
No, it's not.
It sounds like the Team Rocket theme.
That doesn't mean it is. Alrighty. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Stress. Stress.
Dikitor ko ad uno die, iteram solus vit. Unde dikitor ko ad une, die tresita de hoc mundori denquet. Namnek me, present in neceitsun. Sic ikitor punyo, sic ergo sido. Sic ergo clamamus vives. You all see, as the blackness begins to fade, and you all find yourself back on the train where you started. The girl gone and nowhere to be seen. Alive.
Okay.
Oh.
Turn that goddamn music off, please. Thank you.
Oh. My god, so much stress.
I think we failed the test.
If we failed the test, we would be dead. I think we passed. None of us are dead yet. I think we're fine. I think we're good. We ball.
Don't put that into Google Translate, it will give you nonsense, but I'll post what that actually means after the session.
Based. Okay.
Figure out
Stress.
what language that is.
It's Latin!
Duh.
I gathered that. But I'm like, are you speaking Spanish? French? Mandarin? Oh, it's Latin. Okay.
Yeah, Latin has like most languages are roots of Latin.
Yes,
Or
I
have
know.
like roots of Latin. Oh,
So you all
so
are
left
finding
my
yourself
body.
back in the train, and you take a deep breath. All of you, please make me a sanity save.
Oh, okay.
I just love losing sanity's better than being dead.
63. That just barely makes it over my 66.
22.
I make
that's
it.
gonna
I'm
make.
good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I just barely made it. Oh, my soul left my body. Oh my god. Horrifying.
79.
Alrighty. For those of you who succeeded, you take 2 sanity damage because you did
Ow.
almost just fucking die and witnessed a biblically accurate angel.
Can I force
can't
this
see
roll?
my character.
Yes, you can force this roll.
I am genuinely upset how terrible I'm rolling.
Why can't I can't change?
17.
Better.
You succeed in the force, so you take 2. You also take 2 sanity damage.
I
Alrighty.
can't. There. Done.
Alrighty. So, you all stand next to each other in the train, exactly where you were before the world faded. What would you
Edward
all
is
like to
shaking.
do?
He's smiling, but he's shaking. He's fine. He's alive. His neck has not been slit. And he's shaking, but he's fine-ish. He does like a quick head count. He goes, "Huh, good, good. We're all alive. Excellent. Good."
He's gonna turn to Bud and look up at him like, you were like me.
For the most part. Didn't really exactly have any brothers.
Joey adopted me. I chose to be on my own. And then he made sure I wasn't.
I'm an only child. Nothing to contribute. Apologies. I can't exactly complain. Both my parents are alive, so. Are they shit? Yes, but they're alive. So I'll shut up now.
Rocky's gonna hug Bud. Not Bug. Bud.
Hug the spider that dropped from the ceiling.
Oh my god, it's cake.
True.
Cake.
Bud
Cake's alive.
reciprocates the hug.
Edward stands where he was, very awkwardly.
I'm gonna, like, turn my head and look at Edward and, like, reach a hand out. Like, come on, Dad.
Edward, Edward stares down at Bucky, taking, like, a good, 3 whole seconds to process that, and he goes, okay. And he, slowly shuffles forward and, lets himself be hugged, but he does not reciprocate because Edward is not very good at physical contact. He just, stands there very awkwardly inside the hug. And then he kind of has a thonking face, and then he looks down at Bucky and he goes, "Since when have I been your dad?"
For a while now. Both of you.
Well, okay, Sport, do you want to play catch or something, or... I'm new to this.
I'm choosing my family.
Okay. Okay. Edward looks very unsure how to respond to this, but he, pats Bucky's head, which is, something, he goes, okay. Okay. Well, lucky for you, I happen to have an extra bedroom in my apartment.
Gonna look up at Bud and see what his face is doing. / is he responding?
But he's just he just has just scruffs your hair.
A what?
Scruffs your hair.
Edward will look at Buddy and goes, "I'm not marrying you, by the way, for the record."
Then from there, Bud just goes, "The feeling's mutual."
Good.
You keep him weekdays, I'll take weekends.
Sounds good for me. Edward then thinks, he goes, "Wait. Aren't you from Chicago?"
Yeah.
I was too.
What?
Yeah.
We'll bring him over. I said I'll bring him over every vacation.
Or you can just stay. You can stay here.
In Chicago.
No. All 3 of us stay here. As in San
California.
Francisco. Yeah, or
Once
California.
again, I do have an apartment.
Well, let's figure that out later.
Yeah, we can figure that out. I mean, we have time now. And a well-paying job enough to afford an apartment. I did pick it in case I found a wife, but knowing me, no. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Alrighty. How would you like to proceed?
Can we have a map, please?
Yeah, we're on the other map.
I thought I moved you guys back to the train.
No.
We were just
Oh.
on blackness.
Whoops.
Darkness. Edward is going to shuffle out of the hug and go and like dust himself off because physical contact is weird for him. And he goes, okay. Now that we have acquired familial status, we should get moving.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, I would like to go back to my apartment. My couch is calling.
Ditto.
Let's
I mean,
go.
I would say my box. However, I don't think I'm going back to that.
You're not going back to a box. We'll get you a new box so we can put it in your room and you can put your stuff in. 'Cause that's what boxes are for.
I fit in a box.
You do fit in a box. We're not putting you in a box. You're going to fit on a bed
Mm,
for sleeping.
I can hide under the bed.
No.
Where did Edward go? Did he just teleport? Was I not paying attention?
He moved to the next car.
Where's the next car?
Up.
Oh, I was zoomed too far in. It's like, hello? What just happened?
You are not hiding under the bed. You are going to sleep on top of it on the mattress I provide for you.
Already new ambience.
Mattresses are expensive. And you're lucky my place came furnished.
You think I have a frame of reference when it comes to money? No.
You will learn.
How to steal it.
Oh,
There we go.
no.
Alrighty, this is like the creepy ambience going away now. Since we're on
Uh-oh.
a set of cars.
Look, Bucky, if you start committing crimes, there's unfortunately nothing I can do for you.
I think there's plenty.
Please turn the jazz down to an acceptable volume.
Okay.
I'll turn the jazz down.
I love jazz.
Except when you have to listen to it for 5 hours a day for 3 months straight.
My dad's a jazz musician. My dad's a jazz drummer.
Alrighty.
I don't care, I
So-
love jazz.
As you guys basically make it into this next car, you guys start to hear like voices as if you're almost in like a casino. Or like a bar, as well as soft, like, you know, jazz, basically. It's quiet, however, you can hear it, basically like permeating through the train, over the train noises. However, there seems to be no source of A, the noise, the like casino noises and like the incomprehensible voices, and B, the fucking jazz.
Neat. Edward, as he steps into the car, kind of like taps his foot and he goes, catchy.
Sounds like a speakeasy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you're stepping into the car, I will reveal the whole car. Hello? Hold up, it's not like letting me reveal stuff?
It's
Are
not
the
revealing.
boxes being mean? Oh.
Here's the car. Okay, so as you wander into this car, you see what appears to be just a lot of seats. Just like, economy seating for people who are on shorter rides. As you kind of look around, you see cases of, like, chips that appear to have, like, basically gibberish written on them. You see a bunch of random miscellaneous packs of playing cards, empty bottles of alcohol, and just overall a strange miscellany of items. If anyone would like to look for anything strange or out of place among all, like, the casino stuff, please roll me spot hidden.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Why not?
Well, Bucky doesn't see shit.
I'm not paying attention.
I don't see
I'm
shit either. I
distracted
rolled a
by other
75.
Yo! Holy crap! Is that a crit success, Will?
That is a
Yeah.
3.
Critical success!
Looks
This
like
is
it's finally
my
being
kind
nice
of
to
this
you.
is my kind of scene, boys and gals.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
so as you're kind of looking around, Will, roll me a d10.
Alright.
Yeah, Edward's kind of like, this isn't his type of shit, so he's kind of just looking around like, great, cool, this is the kind of stuff my parents would like.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. Alrighty. Okay, so as you kind of basically are looking around, you see you find like a bowler, like a fedora.
Ooh, bowler hat.
Like a really nice like fedora with a plaque on it that says that has the word love in French on it.
Ooh.
Love in French or love and French?
Love in French.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Elon, can I steal this track from you? I want to annoy Chris with it because he hates jazz.
Sure, I'll send you this playlist.
Based.
So effectively, Will, you find like
I have
let me
to
put this.
Amour.
Yeah, you find this, and on that little buckle, it says Amor.
Oh, kind of cringe. It did from there, but doesn't care. Like everything's been so fucking like awful lately. He's like, I'll just take it where I can get it.
Fucking random ass hat.
And
Alrighty.
is he able to like grab the hat?
Yeah, you can grab the hat.
All right, yeah, grab the hat. And then I just wear that shit.
Alright, you put on the fedora.
Back when fedoras were cool.
True.
And then from there, like, Bud's just having a ball.
Alrighty. So you guys continue, like, having your good old time, just kind of looking around. Will, since you rolled a crit success, I'll let you have one more thing. Pick a number between 1 and 5.
All right, I am not going to start wearing this fedora forever now.
Okay.
You said roll 5?
I said pick a number between 1 and 5, or roll a d5.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, so
Double 3s.
as you kind of like continue looking around, you see like you do kind of like the crow brain thing, where like ooh shiny, and you see what appears to be I don't want to say pirate, but like a fool's gold bracelet.
Ooh.
That has like some fake pearls. However, it does look pretty nice.
Okay. I'll take it.
Alrighty, you take the bracelet.
Yeah. So-
Ooh shiny, also known as me every single day.
Yes, exactly. Where do you think I got it from?
Alright. Wait, that's the lore talk corner. Oops. Wrong thing. Alrighty, back
It's
to
me.
you. Did roleplay. Okay,
Oh, never mind.
so you guys kind of you that's all you find in this car, other than a lot of like playing cards, gambling chips with gibberish written on them.
Right.
And like, empty bottles, butts of cigarettes, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Let's see. Anything I could that I could be vaguely considered useful?
You do see see, like, you do notice that one of the bottles appears to actually be filled up with, like, water, not alcohol.
Ooh.
That could probably, like, it's a fairly big, like, wine bottle worth of water, so it could probably serve as, like, a day of water for one of you.
Oh yeah, I grab it.
Alright, you grab the bottle of water.
In as he's doing this, he's doing like this dance walk, where he's like where he kind of like shimmies his way over. He pops it open, pops off the cork. Probably water. And then
It's definitely water.
Yeah, I pop the cork back on, and I go, Bucky, think fast.
Huh?
And I lightly underhand the bottle toward him.
Bucky, please roll me against your dexterity to catch it.
Damn it! It's 70. Let's see.
Please catch it.
Button. Press the button. 12! I'm good.
Yeah, you crit success catching that bottle. So you crit success that bottle, or I guess it's technically extreme because it's not. Whatever, doesn't matter. You extreme success that bottle as he underhands it to you, and you basically catch it by like the neck, with no problem at all.
Then from there, Bucky he clicks his tongue, and as he's as he just shimmies, pass through the bar.
What's gotten into you? You're acting funny.
And I kind of go, I am like a pig in mud right now.
Dirty?
I'm in my element.
Oh.
And then from there, he kind of goes, and then from there, Bud is just kind of like, as he's like dancing to the music, he goes, I don't know I don't know about you guys, but I think this will be a nice place to hang out as a base for a while.
Mm-hmm.
This
I will
place,
say,
instead of any of the other rooms with beds. This one.
I don't know. Does any other places have pleasant music?
I'm finding it a bit repetitive myself, but
Yeah.
each their own.
Yeah, you'll develop your taste for jazz soon enough.
This is the type of music that plays in places I'm not allowed to go in.
Exactly. Not yet.
Yet.
So, I'm gonna have Bud. Let's see. Does it look like we still have to like move on from here, or does this look like
No,
a
this
good
seems like
a good rest stop?
you guys could probably take like a Call of Cthulhu long rest here.
Yep, I'm gonna have to do that, and
Ready?
I'm gonna have Bud approach the bar. Is there a bar, or is it
There's
just?
no bar in this car. It's
Damn.
just seats.
Oh well. And then from there,
So you'll kind of like pick a double one of the seats to kind of like spread blankets out and lay down on.
Bud just continues just dancing.
Yep, I'm gonna subtract a half day of food from your guys' ration,
Coolio.
which is technically the last of it, but there's actually a vending machine here very soon, so that's deceptive. And then after that, you guys basically drink some water, eat some food, spread out your blankets, and head to take some time to rest and sleep. All of you will regain 1 hit point if you're damaged.
Oh.
Why only one?
Coolio.
Because it's Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And
Bullets hurt in Call of Cthulhu.
Yes, they do.
Same with
And
drowning.
time to hand out Call of Cthulhu inspiration because you guys are taking a long rest. Hey, Will, that monologue.
Yeah?
Regain 3 sanity.
Oh shit! Really? Cool. So let's see. I was at 60. I think my current sanity right now is 57 or 58, Loon. I lost track. Wait, I lost 2, so that would have been 55. So yeah, my sanity I think right now is 58.
Alrighty. 58?
I could be wrong about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay?
I haven't actually been keeping track of everyone's sanity.
Oh, really?
No.
That's kind of your job.
Yeah.
Not you, Elun. Will.
Yeah, it's not my job. However, given your original willpower, that makes sense. And then Skid, I forgot to do this last session, but since you're the one who talked with Layla and managed to find a solution to that, you regain 3 as well.
Yippee! I'm at
just rolling a D4.
67!
And Tam, for role-playing after you pissed off, and getting a fair bit of information, actually, out of Layla yourself, you're gonna regain 4, max sanity.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now we're just gonna go down the list real quick to just do some chores. Skid, how would Edward spend the time before he goes to sleep?
Edward's probably, taking out his hair tie, making sure his hair doesn't, stay, like when you keep your hair in, a ponytail for a while, how it, stays like that afterwards?
Yes!
He, takes the time to, fix his hair so it's not, still in a ponytail, despite the lack of, hair tie. He'll take off his coat, take, his gun off of his waist and put it back in his suit, in, his briefcase. And he'll just, relax. And he also put up Bucky's hair as well, so he'll be like, Bucky, come here.
Hi.
Hmm?
Why?
I gotta take your hair down.
You got what?
I put your hair up. I
Yeah.
gotta take it down. So it's more comfortable when you sleep?
Okay. He's gonna, shuffle over and turn around.
I'll put it back up tomorrow if you liked it so much.
Yes, please.
Okay.
What are you
What are
whispering
you doing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Alone?
Edward's going to take out the hair tie. We can hear you. Okay. Edward's going to take out Bucky's hair tie very carefully and use his fingers to comb through the ends of Bucky's hair to make it so it's not stuck in a ponytail, and he'll go, I don't have a hairbrush on me, so unfortunately this will have to do.
Okay.
Put it back up in the morning.
Alrighty.
That's what Edward does before he goes to bed.
What would Bucky be doing before he goes to bed?
After the hair thing,
Alrighty.
again reminding everyone that he does not understand most human stuff. He's gonna find a seat that he can sufficiently wedge himself as far out of the way as possible,
Okay.
and take. Let me get my Bucky book, Oi. So I know exactly what's in my bag.
Take notes.
Bucky book.
I'm assuming you'd update the Bucky book in context.
I update the Bucky book. Yes, I update the Bucky book with the day's events, and I will also at the same time take out the jacket in there, aka Joey's jacket, and use that as sort of a balled up, put it on one seat as sort of a pillow
Alrighty.
that I can just to get ready while I update the Bucky book.
Okay. Bud, what would you be doing before you go and get some rest, other than dancing?
So with him, he's more as in how in media where someone just kind of vibing when they're home alone, they kind of enter their own little mental sanctuary.
Yep.
Bud's kind of like that, as he basically hums the greatest tunes, or the most popular tunes of the 20s.
Alrighty. So you're humming some jazz, just having a good time until you feel tired and get to bed. Alright.
Yeah.
So next morning, you all wake up. Technically, the half day also extends to breakfast. So you finish your eating.
Good job.
And you all kind of, pack your things back up. Edward, you put your gun in your holster. You all kind of, do a nice little stretch and have a pretty good, and, just get ready for the day. Edward puts his hair up and Bucky's. And you all are ready to face the horrors of the day.
There.
That was like the perfect time for the music to change. Goddamn.
I know.
Bud drinks water. Latin intensifies.
That was the funniest thing ever.
Yes, I'm so excited to hear that in the recording.
Yeah, so Edward finishes putting up Bucky's hair, and then he stands up and he goes, "Alright, let's keep moving."
Sounds good.
Alrighty. So, you all are going to go to the next car.
Yeah.
Ace revealing.
I am revealing right now!
Ooh,
Yeah.
it looks like gray crackers.
It does.
Okay, God. Okay. So as you enter this, Panamar...
The first class car, that was obvious. We just saw it.
Shut up! I don't want to explain why I'm using the snap. Okay, so you kind of basically, you walk into this car and you see a bunch of booths with very plush, squishy seats. And just some nice ambiance. So the jazz is still playing, though the casino noises in this car are slightly lessened, I guess is the best way to put it. And you see this table here.
Mm-hmm.
That is replaced with one of the funky 1920s vending machines.
Cool. Edward looks at the plush chairs and he goes, "I wish we went through one more car before going to bed now." Edward's gonna check out the vending machine.
Alrighty. The vending machine reads... Also, Skid, you fired 3 bullets in that one fight, correct?
2.
2? Okay.
I've been
I'm just-
keeping track. Oh, I
Here you
have
go.
5 whole bullets left. I only fired 1, it looks like.
Oh yeah, so you did, because the other time you tried to smack him with the back of your gun.
Yeah, so I have 5 bullets left of my 6.
Alright.
It's concerning that you asked.
It's
There's
just
bullets
because
in here?
there's bullets in here.
Oh.
Alrighty, so the vending machine reads, a roll of bandages, so like, a big PP thing of bandages, one of the blank tickets, antiseptic and/or disinfectant, 1 ticket, 3 days of food, 1 ticket, 3 days of hydration, 1 ticket, and a pack of 8.38 revolver bullets is 2 tickets.
Okay.
So let me actually add up how many you guys have.
We what?
The tickets. The blank ones.
I refuse to use mine.
We have
You-
blank tickets?
No.
Yes, the ones you've picked up.
So
Not our
good.
tickets.
Not your tickets. You guys have
Wait.
picked up blank ones off of people.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Dead
have
people.
3 in total. Alright, you have 3 tickets in total from dead people.
Hmm.
I'll put that list, by the way, in roleplay.
Cool.
Hello? Apparently I'm not allowed to copy and paste.
Cringe.
Here you go. Why did it do it like that?
It works.
It works, I guess.
Okay.
How much food and water do we have left?
You have no days of food and 2 days of water.
Great. Edward kind of looks at my machine and he goes, "Well, food might be something we should get."
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We
Is it
still
3 days of
getting
food for 3 people or 3 days of food for 1 person?
That is not specified. However, if you put one in, you can see.
Edward looks to the other two and he goes, votes on 3 days for food?
Are you guys still gonna ignore the fact that I have food in my bag?
Not anymore.
Yeah,
I
I
just
had...
said that we have
Bucky-
0 days of food left.
Bucky, you, in context, would have like a day of food for specifically yourself.
Well, I was going off of the fact that, like, you know, I didn't have a place to store food when I was on my own, so therefore it was in my bag, and I hadn't eaten it, so, like...
Yeah, you
Yes,
have
but
enough for a
that's
day for
for you.
yourself.
Okay.
Because I think you've forgotten. Edward and Bud are also still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once again, Edward will turn to the other two and he goes, any objections?
Sounds like a plan.
Nope.
Alright. He's going to put in 1 blank ticket for 3 days of food.
Good, roll me a d20.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let's see. 13.
Let me check my fun table of fun.
Fun table
Uh-oh.
of fun. Oh, baby.
Ooh, okay. I need to change the music.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's not necessarily a bad thing!
It's always a bad thing. Yeah, it's a bad thing.
Okay, so basically, as you like, you see the food like pop out of the vending machine, and it looks like it's 3 days for one person, so effectively 1 day for the party.
Okay. I don't like the music that's playing.
And okay, yeah, just continue on. Just roleplay for a little bit. I'll edit the 2
Okay.
tickets.
Edward is going to open up the thing and to take out the food, seeing as the music does not change for Edward because Edward has no brain cell.
No, the music doesn't change for Edward yet.
So Edward, like, opens the hatch and grabs the 3 days worth of food. What kind of food is it?
It's mostly like canned stuff, so like, you know, canned fruit, soups, cold soups, etc.
Alright. Edward, like, holds it and he goes, oh. 3 days worth of food for 1 person. I suppose that makes sense.
So as you say that, you guys hears the jazz just kind of like, you know, like a record scratching noise?
Oh.
You hear like a, and you basically
Or
see
like-
the dim lights just, you hear like the slight humming of the lights that you didn't hear over the jazz just kind of fade away as everything goes dark.
Shit.
You don't see
I-
any conductor eyes or hear any breathing.
Yet. You might want to move Bud actually back into this car. Bud's not in this car.
Yeah, Bud needs to teleport real quick.
Yeah. Edward is going to find the nearest table that he can hide under and hide under the table.
Oh.
Alrighty, that would
Bud
probably be
teleports.
this one.
Yeah.
Alrighty, please roll me stealth, Skid.
Okay. Oh, what's my stealth score? Where is my stealth score? I wrote it down, so it's somewhere else on here. I have a I have a hide and sneak score.
Hide. Roll me
Okay.
your hide score.
Oh, baby. Ah, no, that's 10 points off.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so as you basically duck under the table, you're like, oh yeah, I think I'm, you know, you think to yourself like, okay, I should be fine. And then you just hear like the rattling of your gun as you're kind of like, you know, shaking. You're like, oh fuck. Would you like to push your roll or not?
Sure. Why
Alrighty.
not? The worst that can happen is he dies, so... Fuck.
Okay.
62. I hate my life.
I'll describe what happens after. I should actually probably pull the initiative.
Initiative?
Where is it? Here you go.
You know the no touching rule doesn't really apply if the thing comes at us out of nowhere.
Yeah. Your Skid, your dex is a 50, right?
My dex is, it's a 50.
This is gonna be really, really funny looking to just have this dark square because you guys in canon can't see what this thing is. Okay. So, we're gonna go to the top of the order. Bucky, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm at a table. Can I hide?
Yeah, roll your hide skill. Actually, put you more like here.
Yeah. Let's open this. And hide is one of the few things I've memorized. That does not help.
Okay, so you basically duck under the table, and as you duck under it, you hear you think like, okay, I should be fine, and then basically you see that you've left a pretty obvious trail because the floors were a little dusty. So as you dove, you realize, ah, shit, I've made like a skid mark in the dust, leading exactly where I am.
Okay. Can I, after realizing that's a thing, like peek out back from under the table, like knowing I'm screwed, grab
Would you like
Bud
to push the roll?
Yes, actually.
Roll to push the roll.
Can I do something and then push the roll?
No. It's immediately after.
I was gonna pull Bud under the table with me.
64, is that a success?
Let's see. Just make sure I'm not. No. It's better. It's much better.
Is it a success or not?
No.
Alrighty, so you basically go to try and clear away the dust, but as you do so, you kind of realize that you've only made more of a trail.
Can I still pull Bud under the table with me?
Yeah, sure. I'll put Bud down there. Well, actually, is your character complacent in this action?
Describe complacent.
Will your character allow Bucky to pull him under the table?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So yes, you may. Will, please roll Please roll me your hide skill. If you don't have a specific one, roll it as stealth.
I'm so glad that the dice spot gave me both a 60 and a 62. It's so
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a crit fail.
Oh. Maybe push it.
Push or no push, Will.
Might as well see if I could try to force it then. Why not?
Alrighty. Okay. Roll to push. Do you succeed?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a success, even against the standard. Alrighty. Okay. So,
Bud and Bucky are fucked.
Yep.
So, you basically, Bud, you managed to you realize that there's a little room for you to actually get slightly under the boot. So at first, you go, oh shit, like, you aren't completely hidden. You kind of realize a little bit like, ah, crap, I know for a fact that, like, I could probably be seen under here because of the way that you were positioned. So you kind of scooch back further into the corner to where the shadows will cover you a bit more.
Got it.
You succeed. Okay.
Cool.
Top of the order. Bucky, what would you like to do? Because you guys get around on this thing.
I'm staying exactly where I am. Maybe trying to scoot back better, so maybe I can roll again?
Yep, roll again.
Thank God. Let me click the button! I like that number a lot better.
Is that a success?
Yes.
Alrighty.
It's a 37 compared to a 60.
Yep, regular success. Okay. Dude, you guys can't see this thing, so it's just a black square.
Horrible, horrifying. I love it so much.
Okay, so as you basically guys are, where would it technically have started from? Because it would have started from there. So, I get to there. Okay. So you basically, Edward, you are not currently hidden.
Yeah.
So, you basically see this thing, you basically, in the darkness, you see like a figure, not the conductor, walk in, and you basically hear, Where do I think that they... Oh? You see it kind of bend down, and all you see, Edward, are like two... Let me get the color. All you see are like two, like, squinting eyes. As it is
Kind of
going to
eyes?
smack you.
Can I ask what kind of
humanoid.
eyes? Okay. Is it within range to even smack me?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it is.
From that far away?
It has reach.
Great. Can I attempt to dodge?
Yes.
Cool.
Hello? Roll 20 chat? Why are you pulling up over there? What? It's just gone on my screen. What?
I can see
Hold
it.
up. Let me... Oh, there we go. Okay, well, technically it fails anyway.
Okay, cool. I don't have to bother them.
Yeah. I'm gonna hide that. You weren't supposed to see it, but I don't want to roll manually. Alrighty. Unfortunately for you, Skid, this thing attacks twice.
Oh, okay.
And that one is an extreme success. What would you like to try and do to counter that?
Can I attempt to dodge?
Yes, please roll me against your dodge skill.
Okay. Is there anything else I could do? That would be a higher score, perchance?
Well, considering it's gonna do 14 flat damage to you,
Oh, yeah!
because of an extreme, because it crit, yeah, I would probably try and, counter that somehow. If you even succeed, it takes off the extreme damage, so you'd only take 4.
Okay. I'm trying to, like, think what's better. My dodge skill is the exact same as my brawl skill.
Then just pick one, Skid.
Let's go with dodge.
Alrighty. So you are going to try and, like, roll out of the way.
Yes.
Please
Please
roll
don't
to
let me die.
dodge. The dice gods are coming.
Alune,
I'm fucked.
is there a reason I can see this?
See what?
The thing with the green and the numbers? and
Yes, that's a roll card. You are supposed
Okay.
to see that. That is a critical fail.
Uh-oh.
Edward's HP is 11.
Yes.
So,
I'm very aware.
Great.
You will not be immediately dead. So you basically, Edward, you basically cower and you go to roll out of the way, and you basically watch as this thing you cannot see, basically, basically, you know how, like, miming, like, slicing a sword, you'll slice through the air?
Yeah.
It does that, and you basically, all of you see this beam of, like, basically bright red light basically slash Edward almost in half. Edward, what you see is basically, you see it, and your reaction time, you basically just freeze in fear as you basically get slashed and you feel it collide with your chest and your stomach, just ripping you open as you immediately fall backwards and basically start choking on your own blood.
Great! You hear Edward, like, very loudly and sharply gasp as he's, like, he can only, as he's, like, dying, as he can only, like, since it's not his turn yet, sit there in utter terror as he's, like, spitting up his own blood.
Hold up. I'm currently looking on the rules for the dying state. Okay. Cool. So, Skid, please set yourself to 0 hit points.
Okay, let me do that.
That's an ugly crit, man. Okay. And please tick the box on your character sheet that puts you in the dying state.
Trying to do that. I can't... Major wound. Dying. I can't click on the box. I
Remember
cannot
that
click
you're
on the box.
dying! Okay, so...
I'm remembering that I'm
As soon as
dying.
this happens, you see the thing basically look towards where your body is lying on the floor. And the rest of you basically just see Edward just fall over and just start bleeding out.
Ooh.
But, Edward, what you see is your vision is now fading. You're, like, barely hanging on. Breathing, just everything hurts. You're having to now you're starting to think, like, I need to breathe. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. Just thinking that over and over again to yourself as you're basically just lying there on the floor. And you basically, both of you under the table basically watch as it turns. Unfortunate. Normally, I don't get such easy prey. We'll see if it has enough fight to get back up. And you basically see the thing, take one backwards glance at Edward, and just walk away. The rest
Gone?
of you, all of you, Skid, first of all, roll me against your Constitution score.
Cool. What's my con? 60.
That's a good thing.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Would you like to push that roll?
Yes!
I'm just curious why you didn't push
33!
Skid did push stealth.
No, the dodge.
I mean, yeah, there probably wouldn't have been anything worse that could have happened, but you know. All right, so Skid, Edward, you almost feel yourself black out, but you basically snap. You basically, like, think to yourself, like, I'm not fucking dying here. And you manage to hold on. Every single round, you're going to have to roll that until you're either stabilized or have a successful first aid check done on you to temporarily make it so you're not dying.
Yeah, Edward's just, like, gasping for breath, and he, like, slowly looks in the direction of Bud and Bucky. Like, kinda just, like... He looks awful! I mean, he almost just got fucking cut in half, but he's, like... There's blood dribbling out of his mouth, and his eyes are, like, wide in absolute terror and pain.
I'm gonna put this back on. I feel like it's appropriate. Alrighty. Technically next in turn order is Bud. What would you like to do? To
Alright.
try and stop Edward from fucking dying!
So the monster's gone?
Yeah, it walked away.
Alrighty,
So,
cool.
Okay, so how you need to do this is you need to stabilize. So you need to basically roll a successful first aid skill to stabilize Edward so that he's not actively in the process of dying.
Okay.
Would you like to attempt to do so?
Yeah, as it happens, I'm just gonna, like, walk up and then start... Or not walk up, he's gonna basically, like, crawl over, and then he's going to begin using, like, a emergency tourniquet.
Alrighty. As this happens, you see the lights basically flicker back on. Please roll to bandage up Edward. Or
Alrighty.
tourniquet him.
First aid.
Yep, please roll first aid. 18. I think that's a success on
Yeah,
any
first aid
character.
normal is 30.
Yeah.
And I don't think Will has anything special in it, but
I think I have that as like a plus 20 or something like that. I forgot.
It
he
should be
might.
It's naturally at a 30.
First aid. I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. I know it's alphabetized, but I'm blind. It's at a 50, yeah, so that's an extreme success. Or critical, or hard success. Okay, so you basically quickly, like, take out the rope you had,
Mm-hmm.
Bud. You rip it open so that it can be used as, like, a tight bandage, and you basically start very quickly wrapping him. Blood is, getting all over your hands. You see Edward's breathing is starting to get shallower and shallower, and you basically tie the knot and basically start applying pressure to try, not enough to, like, basically damage any of his organs, but enough to basically try and, stabilize, like, his breathing. Skid, also, you're gonna need to, check the major wound box.
Okay, I already did.
Okay, yeah,
because I can't
did-
check the dying box, but I did check the major wound box.
Yeah, okay, so, next up, so your Edward is now stabilized. Now successful medicine skill roll needs to be rolled to, stop Edward from dying. The thing with this is that, Edward, you now have an hour of not dying.
Cool.
So, you're basically, you're gonna be conscious, but pretty much unable to move. You have one temporary hit point.
Cool. I'll put that on my thing.
Yes, you have one of them now.
I have one lay hit point now.
Yep, okay, so, but you basically run over to Ed. I'll kill the turn order now because Ed is stable for an hour. I will let you guys bypass the medicine check if you can plausibly describe how you're going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you guys like to try and basically treat this wound that's not like a band-aid solution?
Alrighty. So he's been, like, gutted? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, okay, so put a line like where your belly button is
Mhm.
and drag it up like past where, like, the middle of your chest is. That entire area is slashed open and bleeding.
Oh, that entire area is slashed open and bleeding?
He
How
effectively basically
deep?
got the part
Inches.
where your chest is not very deep because the bones managed to block most of it, but your stomach is cut through to, like, it's cut through your fat layer.
Great. Ow.
Yep.
All right, Tam. I made this. I made the first check. What do you think you should do?
Huh?
What would you like to do to try and stabilize? So Edward is currently stabilized for an hour with 1 temporary hit point, but in order to get him out of the dying state,
I need
you're
to
going to
fix
need to fix that. Normally your medicine skill is at a flat of 1. None of you are going to be able to roll that, and I don't want you guys to roll until you get a critical success.
Edward
So-
actually has a 21, but he
He's
can't move,
currently dying!
so-
You can't do that on yourself!
I know.
Okay, so, Bucky, what would you like to try and do in order to stabilize, or basically tend to this wound in order to try and get it to stop wounding as bad?
Is there a usable heat source somewhere?
That is a very good idea. Bud has a lighter. I'll tell you that much.
Here's the plan. I have a knife.
Oh
you
dear
gonna-
God.
Are you
Knife?
gonna cauterize the? Yeah, knives can be heated up.
Yes.
No, the only thing I thought of was those 1,000-degree knife videos.
No, but you can, in fact, this would be something you could cauterize. It would hurt like hell for Edward.
Especially because
However-
Edward already fears his own pain and blood, so he's already not vibing. But he
Yeah,
looks like
he's
he's about
already-
to pass out any moment now. So
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
So, here's the plan. Do I have to roll for this?
you're gonna have to roll, and both of you are also gonna have to make a sanity check to attempt it.
Okay.
So both of you, please roll. Actually, technically it'd be willpower. Please, both of you roll against your willpower to attempt this.
Okay.
Okay.
so not sanity, but their willpower.
Yeah,
Okay.
willpower. Your willpower, because that
That's
is your
better.
mental fortitude.
Whoa.
Okay, Bucky. You basically have seen one person in your life die that you care about, and you
Yep.
are not letting it happen again.
Nope.
So you take a deep breath. What do you say to Edward to try and explain what you're going to do?
Okay. I'm riding off that high of that 4. I'm not losing him. I need your help though.
Then from there, Bud just goes, "All right, say no more."
Give me your lighter and hold him down.
You got it.
Edward kind of moves his head a little bit to look very pained and also incredibly confused at Bucky.
Alrighty, Skid, please roll me a sanity save as you see Bucky basically heating up a knife above you.
Wait,
Or not sanity,
wait,
roll me
wait,
willpower.
Wait. There's another step in this process, so I'm not heating anything up yet.
Okay. What are you doing first?
Well, I need to put my bag on the ground at first to get out my knife. And while I'm getting out my knife, I'm getting out one of those pieces of cloth that I have,
Mm-hmm.
that I still have,
Yes, you do.
and I'm gonna put it near Edward's face and say, "Bite this and hold still."
Still looks incredibly confused and also very concerned and also very scared. But he slowly reaches his head forward to bite down on the on the piece of fabric, and he looks so terrified. It's different from the last few times you've seen him. The last few times you've seen him terrified, he looks horrible. That's
Alrighty.
the only way to describe it.
Skid, please roll me willpower.
57 out of 80.
You succeed. So, Edward,
Yippee.
you desperately want to cringe away. In fact, every ounce of your body wants to. However, you're not calm. You're not okay. However, you realize the one shred of rationality left in you goes, okay, fine. And
This is the
Though-
most serious you have seen the child in something.
and though you know that this very well is going to hurt and you're probably going to pass out, you think the last shred of self-preservation goes, but maybe I won't die.
But
So-
maybe I won't die.
You basically, you will probably still end up struggling against Bud's hold. However, your character, you don't immediately basically start fighting them. Alright.
He does watch though as Bucky puts like the heated knife to his chest though.
Alrighty. Everyone
Like, he does not
involved in
look
this
away.
situation, please roll me sanity.
Okay.
So all of you.
Let's see. Since it
that's a
hasn't
fail.
updated,
84. I mean, that makes sense. So yeah,
what
Edward's
happens
not
if I fail
vibing.
this?
Wait, Elin, this counts as death and injury.
Oh, it does. You're right. Never mind. You're fine. This is
Based-
death and injury.
I rolled an 11.
Both of those things. Edward is
Bud,
immune to
you've seen
sanity
horrible
damage.
shit before on the job. You've watched people get shot. You've watched people have wounds like this. And though you don't like it, you can stomach it. You're still gonna take. All of you are still gonna. You're gonna take 1 sanity damage though, Will, because you know you just watch someone get flayed in half and are now watching their wound get cauterized in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
A child.
Yeah, Edward is just like, he's seen worse. But like, you know.
Well, did Bucky make his willpower?
Yes, but all of you made your willpower to be able to do this in the first place. Tam, roll me sanity.
Before I do, what happens if I fail?
You take a lot of sanity damage.
Okay. I.
Crit fail.
Uh-oh.
What if I do it again?
Then you'll lose more on a fail, but you could potentially succeed.
Exactly. So I don't know. Is this worth it?
I think so.
Okay.
Push the roll.
It's better. It's better.
What is your current sanity right now?
50.
Oh. I forgot. I gave Edward super high sanity.
Luckily
Whoops.
for you, I rolled pretty low.
Thank
However,
God.
you still take 5 sanity damage. We're gonna
I
say
will take
adrenaline
that.
is gonna stop you from going temporarily insane for now.
For now.
We'll deal with that after. Alrighty. I'm gonna have all of you roll me a series of checks now to make this work.
Ah,
Bud, please roll me strength to hold Edward in place.
Alrighty.
I thought you said I wouldn't have to roll for this.
I never said that. I said you wouldn't have to roll medicine. I never said you wouldn't have to roll, period.
36.
36. You succeed in holding Edward down. Skid, please roll me Constitution to see whether or not you immediately pass out.
Okay. That is not immediately passing out.
No,
that
you're
is
probably
a 42 out of
sometime in
60.
the process, but you managed to, hold yourself together for at least a little bit.
For a little
And
bit, that being like
lastly-
probably like 5 seconds.
Cam, what is your luck score?
Shit. 60.
Pray to the gods and roll me against your luck.
I'm quite literally shaking right now. Fuck yeah!
Success. Alright. So, you basically take a deep breath. You can feel yourself shaking, but the push of adrenaline and just steadying one of your hands with your other hand is enough to get you through for now. As you carefully, but, clinically cauterize Edward's wounds to stop the bleeding. Skid, you're going to regain. I'll roll this in dice. 1d3 HP. You regain 2 hit points, Skid. Permanent
Yay.
hit points.
Yay.
And you
I'm at
basically
3.
and you basically are laying there like you're passed out at this point by the end of the process.
Oh yeah.
Bucky,
he passed out like
Bud,
halfway through.
You're not covered in blood, but you've got a fair bit of it on you. Bucky, you're shaking, and now I'm gonna send you the temporary insanity table.
Roleplay moment though.
Exactly,
Yeah.
roleplay moment. This wasn't supposed to be what you rolled, Skid. You literally rolled the one thing on the, table for the train number 3 that involved something coming to kill you. There was one thing.
Yay.
Wait, wrong person, that's Will. Oops, Will, ignore that. You already have it. Here you go.
Yay, lucky number 13. Yippee!
So even though Bud has very odd rolls every now and again, I have to admit though he kind of comes in clutch at certain moments.
Yeah, Edward's good at everything unless he's stressed, and then he fails everything. Like just
It is.
now, which is
Sam,
why he's
There
dying.
you go. Pick one and roleplay it.
Okay, I'm picking number 1.
Alrighty, so basically, as you kind of like finish your job, you let out a deep breath, and then now that the situation is gone, everything hits you. You basically just freeze. You fall to your knees immediately, basically crouching in a pool of blood. You put your hands on your head, and you just start shaking. You don't even scream. Your mouth is just basically agape as you pretty much are having all the bad memories of when Joey was killed flashing before your eyes in this situation. But you see this? What would you like to do?
By the way, I have sufficiently gotten rid of the hot knife onto part of the room that will not
Burn.
hurt me.
Yes.
So, Bud is just going to basically like so okay. Is Edward still conscious?
No.
No, he's out.
So he's
He
out,
passed out from pain. Yeah.
and then from there, what Bud does is that he immediately starts hugging. So he basically like bear claw, bear hug him, but he forces his head into his shoulder, and he kind of whispers like, "So yeah, you did what? So are you currently calling out your brother's name, Joey, or?"
He'd probably be. I mean, Tam, don't let me speak for you, but I'm assuming it'd probably be more like a whisper.
Yeah, I'm basically to recount the events. So I finished cauterizing the wound, basically chucked the knife away from all of us because it's still red hot and I don't really want to deal with it. And then like sat back, realized I'd fixed the problem, and then my brain just did one of the worst things it could have done and just replayed the memories of my adoptive brother being shot and killed in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just playing that on loop, which is obviously going to cause a panic attack.
Right. And then from there, as you're going through your panic attack, Bud is just basically hugging you like very firmly, and he's basically rocking you back and forth. And he whispers, he whispers over and over again by going, so you did what you could, you did what you could, you did what you could. And he kind of goes, just so don't chase the rabbit. You're here. You're okay. So you can't blame yourself for what happened to Joey. And I kind of like repeat that kind of mantra repeat that mantra of trying to find what phrase would actually help Bucky calm down. And as all this is going on, Bud just kind of just looks over toward like the unconscious Edward, and he sighs loudly, and he just holds Bucky until he eventually calms down or falls asleep.
Okay. So with Edward laying passed out and in pain, but alive on the floor,
And
Bucky and stable. Bucky basically clutching onto Bud, trying to stop himself from having a PTSD episode, and Bud just trying to get everyone through the situation. That is where we will end our session.
The amount of stress.
Oh,
The amount of
can I
pure
also
utter
can I say one more thing before the
Yes.
session ends? Bud just starts thinking about different kind of aspects of his life, the death, the murder, and other stuff like that. Bud just thinks about the time when he killed his parents. That was super stupid, wasn't it? Never mind. That was super stupid. I regret that. I'm dumb.